Go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Modeler's Corner. We're back once again to entertain you guys with us just building models and talking nonsense. So back in the stream here, we have my good self, White Films, or Michael White. We have the Blue Pioneer, Tom Biddle.
Hello.
We have the good Mr. Ben Hall.
Buongiorno.
We have the very talented Mr. Luke Ryan.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
Okay. And our special guest modeler is Mr. Simon Martin.
Good evening, everyone.
So,
It's nothing special.
well, it's the first time you've been on the stream, so, we'll have to make a big introduction for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Aye. So, as you guys know, we're doing Modelers Corner weekly now because of the.
Sorry.
Okay. I'll let you off this time, Tom. I'll let you off this time. You can go on. You can play the theme. Go on. You can play the theme.
Stop that.
Stop that once. It's silly.
For me to read the comments, I have to go to your Sorry.
Oh well. But anyway, so during the Modelers Corner is back for weekly because of the coronavirus has come out. Everybody's in isolation, so we thought we'd bring back Modelers Corner for a weekly thing just to keep you guys entertained and just to keep you guys amused. So as you know, as Modelers Corner go, we're going to be working on different projects. So one by one here, we'll introduce our projects. So Simon, since you're our guest, would you like to talk about what you're making?
Okay. So I promised Michael this time last year, I think it was, or that I would build a couple of models for his layout and their little houses. So here we go. I've been building this over the course of the last year. I've got one that's in progress here, and I'm going to do a bit of painting on the first one and try and get it up to scratch over the course of today.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. Ben, what are you working on today?
Well, still carrying on with the Bismarck from the last stream, but made significant progress since last time. All the wiring's done, so I can actually get on with some painting.
Awesome.
Nice.
Luke, what are you working on tonight?
So I've got part of my Crovan's Gate layout that I'm working on. As you can see, the loco sheds there, looking a bit more Scarlowy once that's in. Essentially, what I'm doing is I'm filling in all of the ground between the rails to give it that earthy look you can see in the books. So just using some DAS clay and PVA mixed with water to stick it all down.
Oh, that's good. Good idea out there. And Tom, what are you working on tonight?
Well, I was going to try making some coach front and rear ends for these. I'm not going to say what they are. A special sort of carriages.
All right.
I'm using the same kits I used to make my O-gauge Annie and Clara.
Awesome. Then for me tonight here, I'm going to be working on a interior set design for Brightline Engines. For those who follow me on Twitter, you would have seen me make this model of Farquhar sheds, which is made especially for the Brightline Engines film. So I'm going to be doing a interior set, which is also going to be featured in the film as well. So I'll be working on it. So I'll bring out what I've done so far and show you guys how it's all made. Now, also just to remind you guys that during the stream at about 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing a Models Corner showcase where we're going to be showcasing some of our viewers as models who very kindly sent in photographs of their models that they want to showcase in Models Corner, and it's a good way to let them be part of the stream as well. So. So we'll cover that at 8 o'clock. So we've got our models, we've introduced ourselves, so let's get started and begin talking nonsense. Oh yes, also joining the stream here as well, I forgot to mention, is Young May. She's become a very popular character to be featured in the stream, so May will be joining us every now and again. She'll pop up when she wants to be part of the stream. Won't you? You want to say wave hello? Wave hello to the stream, May. Wave hello. There you go.
All right. We're going to up stages.
Yeah. She's not going to push you off your chair again, is she?
Oh no. She won't do it this time. No.
No. This time.
Last time was bad enough. So
Pushes off the chair and Thomas goes flying.
Right. Okay, mate. Could you move this out here so I can get this model out? Come on, move it. Move it aside. Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Right. Okay. Also here, because of the way the camera's set up here as well, here that's going to be shown the stream. If any of you guys here in this wants to take the camera for a bit, if you want to have a close up shot and out there, just give me a word and I'll get you guys to zoom in. I'll zoom you guys in so you can take up the screen for a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So
Right.
how's everybody been doing recently?
The comments. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Lucas. Cameron. Lucoon.
Lucan, all right. Good to see you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The old regulars.
Oh, wait up. Thomas Fan 18 says, "Hi, Michael. Would you like to tell my story about me and Thomas the Tank Engine?"
I don't even know what the story is, to be honest. So, I'll hardly tell if I don't know what it is.
Well, no, he won't because he's not even told mine yet. So, if anyone's going to be on TV first, it's going to be me.
Well, just because your name's Thomas.
No. Okay.
That's just favoritism.
Right. Okay. Hmm.
Right. Let's see now. How do I get far? So that's kind of what I'm doing here. If you get my drift of the set design. So, right. I'll move this set here because I'm going to sort that out later on.
Fish some clay out of the pot of PVA water.
Oh. So, anything happened to you guys during the week?
Been indoors.
Sounds gripping.
I went for a few bike rides. I done about 9 miles the other day.
All right.
I know you just have like half an hour, but I kind of went a route I know, and I sort of realised, it's taking longer than I thought it would.
It's your one exercise of the day. Make sure not to go out again, or the police will.
Yeah. But I was out. The thing is, though, I got so far out. I suddenly realised. Then I hear clapping. I was thinking, like, because I was going up a steep hill, and I thought, are they clapping at me? It's like, oh no, it's the NHS, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that last night as well because I was up here and doing some work, and then I heard all this clapping noise from nearby. I was like, what's happening there? So I didn't know anything about that there until I was told later on. I was like, oh right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I knew about it. Sorry, come on, sorry.
Well, no, just I was out last night with most of the road. We were clapping. My lovely girlfriend works for the NHS.
Oh, good on her.
Yeah, she's been helping out. She's an obstetrician, so working on maternity wards. And some of the stories coming out at the moment are just heartbreaking. I think we had 180 deaths today.
Oh shoot!
Wow.
Yeah, really sad.
Well, here, do you want to? Do you want all of us all together just to give show our support and have a bit of a round of applause now for your sister for all her work you're doing. So, everyone, you want a round of applause there, especially for our sister. Go on. Everybody in the NHS, you're doing a great job. Absolutely fantastic work here. Keep up the good work. You're doing fantastic.
I think the scary thing is just how quickly it's happened across the globe.
I know. I mean, it's. Last week, I was kind of scared by the whole thing. I was like, oh god, what's this going to lead to? I have no idea what's happening. So. But it is a bit. But I noticed as well, last week there was during the weekend there was these online train shows that were on. It was Tim Dunn did his online Twitter train show.
The Twitter model train show.
Yeah. I think I did that. I think I took part. I think at the last minute. There,
I
'cause-
got a bit carried away and did a thread that was far too long.
That's fine, mate.
It took me the whole day to get anything to work, to be honest. I was doing the baseboards. In retrospect, I should have done something like painting or building a kit, but it was good fun.
So what are these? So what are these baseboards going to be used for? Are they for a new layout you're making?
So because I bought them about 5 years ago, and the original plan was to build a layout called Gannick, Gannick Curve, which is part of the East Coast Main Line. It's just outside of London. It's this lovely little curved section just between a couple of hills and some tunnels. And then I got made redundant. And everything got put on hold.
Jeez.
And the Fiddle Yard was always meant to be a pastiche of Copley Hill Depot. And I started building the shed for it, but I never quite got it finished, which was a shame. So I dug them out last week, and I'm nearly done.
That's awesome.
In terms of the wiring, anyway.
So, like, is it like an end-to-end thing, or is there like a continuous loop?
Oh, it's a roundy round.
Roundy round.
And the Fiddle Yard is so at the moment it's 4 lanes wide, but it will be 8 lanes wide, so 4 and 4 to each half of the layout, basically.
Awesome.
And it can fit. God, how long is it? It's 20 foot long when it's fully set up.
Wow.
So you can fit probably 22 full-length trains. But when I say full-length trains, they're not all the same length. So you probably have 1 on one road and 2 on a second road or whatever.
Yeah, so you've got like your longer express and then some shorter stopping passenger.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
Yeah.
See, because
That's the plan.
because like, see, because I think you know already, Simon, from my Twitter feeds out there. I'm chairman of my local model railway club, and we're making a replica of Rev Norgie's Northwestern layout. Because I do remember you asked me one time when we first met, "Are you making that layout?" And
you know what? I'm so glad you are. I think it'd be a great
to be honest,
layout
I'm
to
still
recreate.
shocked. I'm still shocked. I was doing it because I was actually going to save that. I was actually going to save that layout for my retirement. I was like, but then when my club says, "Oh, we're going to make that," I was like, "Okay, this is not what I expected."
Oh, this is happening.
You're the right person to be in charge of it, Mike.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely agree.
Well,
You've done your research.
too much research, I think. But I know
No
10
such
years.
thing.
10 years. That's enough. That's too much. Like,
See, I'd love to build a layout. I'd love to build layouts that years later people just like probably come to my house and just like do loads of research on it.
yeah.
Replicate it, you know.
There was I've kind of done the same. It's a lot smaller scale, Mike, but there's one thing that I was like, oh, I'll do that, but you know, thinking oh, it's going to be a few years down the line, and it was Tidmouth Sheds, as in like the interior of the roundhouse.
Oh yeah.
The later books, and then I learned my university has a laser cutter that I can use for free, so it's happening now.
Oh, sweet.
While I've got a few months left there, but uni's shut now, so when I finally decide to do it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it. But I've laser cut the turntable, which I'll just see if I can grab.
Right. I'll see if I can get your screen on here so we can. Let's see.
There we go. There's a turntable.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's a beauty.
So it's got like the wood panels that you see in the books and
Oh,
such. So
sweet.
that should
Oh,
really
yeah.
work. It's going to be like a 3 foot by 3 foot square when I'm done. So that's going to be interesting.
That's awesome. Luke, you got a question here from the Ballast Man. With the amount of clay you're using, do you have share in that in the company?
Hello, Richard. I know who this is.
There's something you're not telling us.
This is that's Clay. Go buy. It's good stuff. I don't work for them. You know it, Richard. Go away.
Mind you, it is good though for doing ballasting very quickly, like because
Well, especially like for this kind of stuff when obviously like it's not ballasted and it's like an earthy thing. It's really good at just covering mesh surface quite quickly.
yeah.
because I've filled in this whole gap here and that there just in, we've not been going that long, 20 minutes.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember I actually used Dad's Play for my my large scale Thomas for the film. I showed.
Oh.
In fact, I've got it with me right now here. Hold on a second. I'll bring it up here on the stream to show you guys.
Yeah.
I'll just enlarge my. I'll just enlarge my.
monster.
I'll just enlarge my screen here.
I stole this method off Chris Nevard, who's a very good modeler. Does
The Model
photography for
Rail
Model
chap,
Rail
isn't he?
and stuff. Yeah, he's the photographer for Model Rail. This is where I first saw the method done, and I think it's a chap. I think you know him, Simon Adam Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's Chris Egan Green's mate, isn't it?
Yeah, I know because he did a Towing Wharf layout, and I'm damn sure he did the same thing for this because I
think
found a
you're
picture.
quite right. I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Oh my
looks.
god, that is
the
huge.
part.
Yeah, there you go. There's the close-up shot.
Oh, I need to.
Right.
Blimey.
That's the
Huge.
say.
I'm coming around the back of the camera to see how big. Oh god, yeah, I forget how large it is.
Yeah, it's massive, like so.
That's a good point. Simon, have you still got your large scale pannier? The wooden one you made?
I have. Shall I grab the camera later on and we can have a quick look?
Aye.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be great to see that again because I mean, I think I remember you posted a picture of it on Twitter one time, and I replied back sending a link to I think it was a British Pathé film where somebody actually had another ride on LMS engine, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
It came like it was my O-level project, or A-level for those of us of a specific age. And it did work. It had wooden tracks though. If I was going to do it all over again,
it actually ran on tracks.
yeah, it ran on tracks. Yeah,
Wow.
wooden tracks. It's actually
didn't know
Plymouth, one of the original sections that I made. Yeah.
Wow, I
it
literally did not know that.
Well, when I showed it on Twitter, all I really talked about was kind of building it rather than actually what was in it. It ran off a car battery, and I had this ridiculous motor which had come out of a rover of some form for the windscreen wipers.
All right.
And it was chain driven onto the axle.
All right.
I learned a lot about what not to do with that, I think, to be honest.
Because I remember first seeing it in the old days of model train form, and hey, what are you doing?
That's right. Well, that's going back a bit, Michael.
I know, definitely.
Oh, God.
But
I'm of the generation that has no idea that was a thing until I started talking to you, Mike.
really, but yeah, like when I first saw that model on MTF, I actually thought at first it was like one of those like drink storing units, like a custom made drinks cabinet. That's what I thought it was.
Secretly, I think I should probably use it for that.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If anybody wants to make like their own drinks cabinet, do it as a train. That'll be good.
Well, you see plenty of people make like barbecues looking like steam locos and such.
Yes, I've seen one of them. Somebody did like one. It was like an American type engine.
Yeah, it's mainly Americans I've seen do it, but actually, funnily, I'm from Preston, and in like the town kind of middle of the town, there's two kind of like like food trucky type things.
Yeah.
And one sell parties, and it looks like one of the old Preston trams. They done it up to like that. And
Nice.
another one did
Lovely.
like baked potatoes and stuff, and it had I'm pretty sure it had like a smoke box door and a Black 5 number on it actually. So that's quite close. It just reminded me of them just talking about stuff. Yeah.
Right, I'll just be back in a second. I'm just going to move this.
Right, I'm experimenting a little bit with this, trying to see sort of the shades. Hang on, can we see that?
Hang on. Hold it there for a sec, Simon.
I see.
There we go. Yeah, that looks good.
The plan being, once it's all dried, you rub it down a bit, and it keeps the mortar look
All right.
behind it.
Yes.
But I'm just experimenting at this stage.
Have you ever tried the method with like you spray them, you paint the motor on first, and then you go over with like artist pencils?
Yes, my friend, actually, I can show you this. This was on Great Model Railway Challenge last year. Les built one just like you described. Hang on.
That'd be something we would actually talk about, because
Ah,
We've
right.
got two Model Railway Challenge X participants.
yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right, look at this. This is
Oh wow!
extraordinary.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's
And that Les made that with that method. I dream of being this good at modelling. I mean, look at it.
Right.
I actually thought
Right, yeah. Right.
is that based off the old Hornby waiting room buildings? Wow.
Yes, it is. So the physical changes that I did, if you look at it, I've added brick kind of. Oh, hang on. There we go. Brick to the chimneys and the sides, and this is all just embossed plastic.
Wow.
We've got new windows as well, but it was painted up yellow, all over yellow for the Halloween layout. It looked horrendous, and Les said, "Oh, well, we'll use it for the Doctor Evil layout." And he came up with this, and I think it's extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. I'll pop it down next to Gordon.
Aye, because your Gordon model looks fantastic there.
Right, shall I pick that up, and we'll have a quick look then. Here we go. Right.
After that, I've got, on the speaking of mortar and such, I've got something I want to show as well.
All right, give me a.
Oh,
That
go
is
for it.
quite
Show us
lovely,
that. Show
Simon.
us that.
All right.
Thank you.
So it's based on Rhydi Running Station on the Teleclin. So, and this is its Scarlet
wow.
That
Crosby
is
Curing.
gorgeous.
Thank you very much. So what I did is I painted this all over white and dry brushed the grey on.
That's very good. I mean, I love that bit of detail where you can see the mortar trickling down. That's lovely. That.
So this you
I
do.
feel like I'm doing this the wrong way round. That looks amazing. I really
And then
does look amazing.
it's scratch built out of some Will's plasticard sheet.
Wow.
Love it.
And that's just some
Absolutely love that.
cereal box for the tiles as well.
Aye, the ultimate material for model railways is the
And
steel box.
the poles here are some old 009 rail painted green, like because the actual station building at Rhydi Running does use some old track for the supports there, so I copied that. You can't really see it there, but there's door and booking office.
Oh, that's
I'll try and turn my light on my phone very quickly.
I've got to say, that is attention to detail that I love.
yeah.
I absolutely love that attention to detail.
I'm sure maybe
Annoyingly, well, I can turn my torch on, so you can't really see inside that. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Oh, that's
I
better.
can see the little hatch and door and such.
yeah. Oh, that's
Wow.
lovely.
So that's one of that there.
I'm sure you're gonna do like if you're doing like Dog Ox Station out there, you'll probably do like model the graffiti that's on it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Because
I'll do
remember,
a little SIF panel.
Yes.
yeah, I actually do remember like when I actually first went on the Telecom Railways tracks. I actually did when we started Dog Ox Station. The first thing I did was to look out for the SAF one.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
still
and
it's still there. It's still there.
It's still there.
Oh yeah, it's graved in now. Like that brick's not moved there since probably the 1860s, so I don't think it's going anywhere as fast.
Yeah.
When I
That
was
was
there
a
for
great
the Anything Goes Gala a couple of years ago, it was like me, Dan, George, a few others as well, Stuart, and we were just staring at the wall for I think at least a good few minutes, just trying to find it.
Where is that damn brick?
It could be any one of these bricks.
I love my brick.
Take it! Fed up with brick!
I love my brick.
Oh, Father
Don't
Ted.
shake it on the television!
Well, Father Jack. Father Jack.
Yeah.
I miss that show so much.
Yeah.
Showing my age. again for the second time in this show.
Hey, well, watching it.
But
I hear you're a racist now, father.
oh, what was it? I do remember seeing. You remember the guy who plays Jack's replacement, Father Finton Stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got to meet the guy who played him some years back.
Lovely.
Brendan Grace. Sadly, he passed away last year, but he's a very lovely guy, and he uses Father Stack as part of his stand-up routine, because he's well known for doing this sketch called The Wedding, the Irish Wedding. And it's like it goes in three acts. So you have the best man who's like constantly gives away all like hidden secrets that nobody's meant to know about the bride. Then you get to the priest, who at first it was played by it was meant to be played by a character that Brendan Grace created called Father Michael McGillicuddy, who was a very like funny speaking priest with a massive overbite, like a huge overbite, and massive like thick framed glasses. But in later years, after Father Teddy now replaces him with Finton Stack, and then the final act is the father of the bride, who's literally like a heavy overweight drunk, who has no intention of making any relations with his future son-in-law. He even says exactly. He says, "We're now related to drink." That's it. Nothing else. But yeah. So, Simon, tell me, do you want to talk to us about your time on not only Great Model Railway Challenge, but also on the Biggest Little Railway?
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll start with Biggest Little Railway, because to be brutally honest,
that was the first one.
That was the first one. It was by far and away my favourite of the shows that I've been on. If only because it was the most bonkers, ludicrous, ridiculous show you could get, and we were successful.
Yeah,
it was just a wonderful group of people, most of whom I'm still friends with, and in fact, as you know, was on Great Model Railway Challenge with.
Jenny was,
second series. Yeah, Jenny and Les were both on BLR with me.
Oh.
We were all on separate teams though, which was quite nice. And Jenny and I have remained firm friends, as I have with the whole team, really. I think Biggest Little Railway actually was the surreal experience, because it kind of started when I got a phone call from Channel 4 while I was travelling around Iceland on my hiking holiday. This was shortly after I was made redundant. And they said, would you like to be on a TV show about trains? Yeah, that sounds lovely. Okay, great. Do you think you can get to Scotland tomorrow? And they paid for a flight for me from Reykjavik to Bristol, and then from Bristol to not Inverness. I think, was it Inverness? Oh God, I can't remember. It was either Inverness or Fort William. But it was. I got to a Scottish airport, and there was the van waiting for me, and there were this group of people, and fellow train or rail enthusiasts, you know them, mainly because they're all wearing train shirts or have something of the train about them, like for example, bright shirts and hats and stuff. There was no one on that show that I disliked. No one. Everyone on every team worked really hard at laying this ridiculous, brilliant but ridiculous plastic track. Which at times, thanks to the weather, was more like a canal than it was a railway track.
A friend of mine has got a couple of the sections of track.
Excellent.
Kez, she's down at the Teleflin. Lovely, yeah, she's got a couple of sections of the track.
Nice.
It was good stuff. It was rubber layered on top, so that the wheels of the Silver Lady got the best traction. And you know what? I think if we had planned it maybe a bit better in terms of how the driving shifts went, I think she would have done the whole route. I think she would have just kept going the whole route.
Yeah, because partly during it there, Little John had to take over had to do some parts, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh, the little electric box thing. Yes.
Oh, from
Oh,
Roundhouse.
yeah.
From
No
Roundhouse
one liked
models.
Little John. He went missing
Oh,
quite
yeah.
early on.
Oh, did he? Did he?
Yes.
What's funny oh, sorry, Karen.
No. Carry on.
I was just going to mention that I was actually invited to take part in that last year, but unfortunately, I think the filming started during Dave's wedding, so I couldn't go.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
No, that was great model. That was a great model railway challenge.
Yeah.
Oh no,
So-
no. I'm talking about the Scottish adventure where we took the live steam loco.
Sorry.
That's all right. But to be fair, the great thing about the Great Model Railway Challenge, and I really did, it puts the great into it, are the people. I think Luke, you will agree with me on this. The people involved
100%.
are wonderful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Because obviously, like I was in Series 1, while Simon was in Series 2. We had some problems with our track. We didn't know what had gone wrong with some of our wiring, and even though it was, competition, the other team came over and got the meter and were checking it for us and rewiring and helping us, and that was across the board because it was three teams versus each other. Everyone where like another team needed a bit of wood, we had some offcuts we didn't need, so we gave it, and they gave us a bit of ballast in return, and so it was just so friendly.
That's good.
We had some of that as
lovely.
well, Luke.
Yeah.
As you say, beautiful. So many well-meaning, really happy people just doing something they really love. It was brilliant. Really nice.
I do find the program trying to push Steve Flint as this hard man really quite funny because he's absolutely lovely and nothing like that.
I have never
can be.
known a show to quite so like destroy someone's character as much as poor Steve on GMRC.
Kathy was the stern one.
Oh,
She
yes.
was brutal. She absolutely lovely, but bloody brutal.
No, I was watching some of the playbacks. I was watching like the episode when she was giving when she was critiquing about certain things. I thought to myself, "Hang on, Chris. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, give them a chance. Like, I mean, they're still doing this stuff." And then she would often be saying the same thing at the start, saying on the first third, she'd be saying like, I need something more excitement in there. It hasn't fully gripped me yet. I'm like, well, they're still getting their tracks laid. Just give them a chance, and they'll do it.
I mean, I found her to be really nice filming it.
Yeah.
And I have felt she has suffered a bit from the editing, just a little bit.
That's something that happens in all media actually, because I mean, I fell for that, went through that as well. Because I mean, I actually did when I was very young. I appeared on Children in Need for a few times, and
I didn't know that.
yeah, it was like back in the 90s, somewhere in the 90s, like the late 90s. I was part of this gym class thing. And we had this television crew from Children in Need coming down and saying, "Oh, we're going to do a feature featuring you guys." I'm like, "Oh, that's brilliant!" So we're there doing our bit. The guys are there doing all that. There, we're doing our gymnastics out there. This goes on for like an hour and a half. All this filming out there, and all the time here, there's one of us in the group there is just standing there in the middle doing nothing. It's just staring at the camera. I'm like, "What's she doing? She's not doing anything." She's like, "Oh, she is doing something. You'll find out." And I was like, "Right, okay." So they then said they then got to the time saying like, right, it's time. They've sent us a preview of our stuff. We're going to see it. It turns out we were part of a time lapse, and nobody told us. And it was and the whole feature that we were in there was all to do with the girl who was standing doing nothing. She was just standing there doing nothing. And she was meant to be part of the time lapse.
Oh, so like she was the century while everything around her was changing and moving.
Yeah, it was moving very fast and all that there. So.
It's a bit
So we kind of
hard.
felt we kind of felt a wee bit redundant, like, because I mean we were only on screen for like 2 seconds, and I was like, oh, after all that. So,
That's a shame.
but heck, nowadays, yeah, I'm hardly off the TV because I'm on CBeebies because I'm voicing Tang and Pablo.
I have to say, Pablo, What a great children's show.
Yes.
I know, isn't
Um,
it? It's amazing.
I've got to admit, I've not seen any, honestly.
What?
I've seen little clips here and there of it. When you did the interview about it, I watched that interview. So I've seen a few little clips here and there, and it does seem very, very nice. But I've not. No, I'm sorry. I must apologise, Mike.
It's all right. All right. I think there was one episode I wrote for the series, which I didn't want to at first, but both the producer and Andrew Brenner, our head writer, asked me to write it. And it's like, you have to get it out of it. You have to get it out of your system. I was like, okay. And it's the one about it's called Locomotion. This is where I actually released my enthusiasm for railways.
Is that the museum episode?
Yes.
It's brilliant.
I like how Andrew Brenner was saying you need to get it out your system.
Yes.
you need to write the train episode.
Yes.
But what an episode!
But do you know what? The sad thing is? The day the episode was broadcasted, the Miniature Railway Club that features in it at the end was told that it has to close down this year.
Oh God,
Crazy.
I remember you saying about that.
I know.
Absolutely.
we were devastated. So I don't know how it's going to go down. I don't know what the future is going to be like. But they're going to use the parallel episode as reference because as a defense item or a trump card because in the story it does say that the Miniature Railway has a purpose to be there to begin with.
I'm going to come back to 2 seconds. Sorry.
Because it's the only way like children who visit the museum get a chance to actually see steam engines working.
I don't understand the necessity of getting rid of a miniature railway and a museum like that, particularly when the land that it's on is normally of very little value for any other purpose anyway.
Yeah, because the railway is built in a walled garden, and as far as I know, they want the railway taken up here, so they're going to convert the garden back into a garden for people with disabilities or with to go and potter about.
But what's funny is that a lot of people with disabilities are actually train fans.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I could kind of get that if the railway didn't add something to the purpose of the museum, but it does.
Yeah, because I mean, I
it's
think
a railway museum.
Yeah, because I mean, well, it's a transport museum, really, but the one that kind of got us annoyed is saying, like, the railway had no purpose there, but it didn't fit the theme of the museum, which was transport. And I'm like,
yes, it
what?
does.
What?
That is the point of a train.
Yes.
That really is one of those yes minister style answers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't fit the theme of a transport museum. Goodness.
Yeah.
Because they see transport and probably think, oh, bus.
Buses.
Like that.
Yes, buses.
Can we have the miniature bus route, please?
The miniature buses made from wine boxes. Yes. Sorry, that's a very bad Boris Johnson impression. I'm sorry.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
he revealed he used to make toy buses from wine crates. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Actually,
I'm really torn because being an arch Labourite, I've always really disliked Mr. Johnson, but I do feel quite strongly that I hope he gets better.
Yeah, because he's got the corona now. Yeah.
Yeah. No one deserves that. No one deserves
No, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
No.
that. No, not at all.
But anyway.
Sorry, bring me back to Corona. And also bring it back to Corona. Would you believe this is the only beer I've got left in the house?
Oh no.
Oh well, I'll just have to make do with Coors Light, the fresh and cool.
Very nice.
Some people have been avoiding the Corona drink. It's like, why?
It's so stupid, isn't it?
Why?
This is my tip.
There's like some meme out there. There's some video or something came out. I saw online saying like a guy saying, "I will not be taken down by a light was a very light beer."
Light beer, yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh well. Right. I'm just going to paint the interior just a wee bit. So how are we getting on with our builds here? All good.
So I've given up on the house
No.
just for a little bit. I'm letting it dry, and then I'm going to try rubbing it back a bit.
Okay.
So I'm building the other one.
All right. Ben, how you getting on with you?
Well, I started off weathering the crane for the boat. You wanna? Let's have the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Let's
That's
have a
amazing.
look. See.
That's nearly
Oh,
the wash is nearly dried. I've saturated the thing in a where'd you go? Where'd you go? That one.
Oh, Citadel.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Citadel. Yes.
Love Citadel.
Because this is the way that I've weathered this model, is that I paint it a dark silver first, spray paint with that, saturate it with that brown wash, and then do the actual paint on top. Because then I've got an example. Well, I'm going to have to dismount the camera a sec.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
Right, hang on. I don't know if that's coming up on the camera. Can you see like the chipping on that? On the
God, that looks
plating?
amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Stunning.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, it's this is a good way to get a sort of distressed look, because then you can, anything that you want to look like chipped or damaged, you just don't paint it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Astonishing.
You know what you need to get next? A little figurine of Christine Green, and just being interviewed or something. Just like, yeah.
I don't. I've decided that as and when I get round to doing an 009 layout, I will get a figurine of him to put on it.
Awesome.
When that happens, I've got no idea. I've got projects as long as both my arms.
Oh, talk to me about it.
What?
All right, let's talk about that then, Luke.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
Set myself
Luke,
up.
let's talk about that.
Yes.
I've been working on this layout for too long. That's my statement. No, this is like I had to restart this layout last year because the first time was a learning curve, and I made the baseboards horribly.
Do you know what? I can relate to that with my Farquhar Mark II replica, because that's going to be rebuilt at some stage.
Yeah, I used plywood on top, and it just warped. So I got some MDF for this now.
Yeah.
So I've clayed all the way up the side here, and I'm just doing around the section here. I'm getting the wharf area done essentially.
So when you apply that, there, you gonna go over the top like with a stiff brush there, just to kind of like get that sort of grit look.
Not at the minute, no.
Okay.
This is a little. It's when it's dried. What I'm probably going to do is do a big wash over the whole thing. You know, actually paint it all ground kind of earth color. And
Right.
I've got some very fine like cinders scatter.
Right.
I'll probably do like a PVA over the top and scatter that on in bits and try and push it into the clay when it gets wet.
Right.
So I'm still going to be experimenting with that, but it should look like an earth thing with stones sticking out and bits and bobs. Kind of, I don't know if you've ever been down to the wharf, the Talaflin, you'll know the kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
because it's kind of ballasty, but also very much earthy at the same time.
Yeah.
Can I borrow the camera? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah. You go ahead there. There you
Oh,
go.
sorry. Oh, Butterfingers.
Oh, crumbs, I dropped it.
Sorry. I was going to say back to that Christine Green thing. What to show? I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, it's not, is it?
It is, yeah.
That's amazing.
The man himself.
I got my friend Claire to paint it for me. She did. And I.
Oh,
What it says on the? Well, I don't know. I wasn't saying how lifelike it is.
I know Chris very well, and I would say that has captured him spot
It's a very
on.
good likeness,
Yeah.
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 Definitely.
That's brilliant.
Got Claire to thank for that.
She's very talented, is Claire.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very, very talented indeed. She's awesome. Right. I'm gonna go for a second. I need to. I'm gonna spray this with like a cream primer because this paint I'm using is not really the shade I'm after. But I got a primer that might do the job actually. So I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Right.
Okay,
I
okay.
for myself actually. So I'm making a different size rear front ends for these coaches that didn't come with the kit. It's just trying to get it, square.
Yeah.
It's the curve at the top, and it's just. I know I can go back and then do photocopies and everything just so. It's my plan. What I'm doing basically is when I got the shape just right is print it on some photo paper and then cut the shape out and stick it on brass and cut out again.
Oh,
If
It's
it's-
like a template.
Yeah, that's what. That's what I was taught. That's what I was taught to do. Yeah.
I have to say, this lockdown has been remarkably good for my railway modelling.
Same.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So,
Actually.
I wish I could say that. I'm dubbed a key worker. Apparently, I'm essential.
what do you do?
Food retail at Waitrose. I do the
Yeah, no,
night shift.
no, you are essential. You are 100%. For which I think,
To,
I think we
to
should
quote
probably
a certain
clap you
ex-rape
and all.
fan.
But either way, even though you have to work, you don't really feel. It's I don't know. I still feel kind of like you're still putting yourself out there, where it's like I wouldn't want to take the risk. That makes
Mm.
That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, thankfully, being permanent night shift, there's no like customer-facing roles, so that does reduce the risk a bit.
Oh,
But
that's all right.
because unfortunately, my poor dad, bless him, he's got a very poor immune system, so I've had to limit
Fingers
contact with
crossed.
him and mum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully nothing comes of that.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I think that's one of the key things, about our hobby in relation to this virus. We're very hands-on.
Mm.
I don't know if you can see this. I've got bottles and bottles of various kinds of hand wash and sanitizer because you don't know what you've touched or what other people have touched. You've got to be so careful. My mother has asthma, so she's in one of the high risk groups. And I have lung scarring, which is fun at the best of times. So no, I know, I completely understand. But it must be worse when you're a key worker. The risk is out there all the time.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what people have touched, particularly in supermarkets.
It's like on the run up to it, because I work in a charity shop. I'm one of the assistant manager, and I like even before all the lockdown, I was so kind of worried because the main people coming in were old, if you know what I mean. And I'm just like
yeah.
very wary for them. I was kind of worried that they were still coming in. And it's just like, so I'm glad that it's, it is stay at home, non-essential, shut and stuff because you don't want anything.
It had to be done.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
It's not really that much of a loss, though, is it, for most people? So we're inside. I have a beer. I have model trains. This is not difficult to do, is it?
I was saying to my housemates, thankfully, I've got one of the possible best hobbies for self-isolation.
Yeah.
Lock yourself in your room for a few hours, come out with a completed loco or carrot.
Oh god.
I've got a stockpile of kits to get through. It's great.
Same here.
I don't need to worry about uni now.
So I brought one down just in case for this evening.
Nice.
They've changed all the briefs for my uni work now because I do film production and we can't exactly go out and film it like this.
No. Right.
So they changed everything and it's insane.
So what are you doing? Media studies or something?
Film production itself. So it's less the studies and more go and make a film.
Well, that's good. That's kind of what I did as well.
yeah, I'm in my last year, and this was our final film. We can't even do it now, so that's quite upsetting. But
Uh,
it does also mean that like got a lot more time. And the uni have said, "Oh, we'll help you do them over the summer, or whenever we're out of lockdown. Even though you're not at the uni, you can still use the kit for it. So, still hopefully finish it one day."
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
I'm trying to remember. There was one university work I did one time, which was we had to incorporate these green screen video clips of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my god! So we did as well.
Really? Oh my god!
We got
I
we
need
got
more
given them in
information.
first year. And we were given a bit more free reign. They gave us the clips of him and also said you can go and find some on the internet if you want. So there were a lot of videos made that were quite funny.
There was one we saw of there was one that some fan did that one student did where it was called The Fly. And it was just like the guys are in the room and this fly is buzzing around the room. And one of them goes like, "Oh, that fly's back again." Yeah, Claude, you take care of it then. He just cuts to this clip of Jean-Claude Van Damme coming in with the rifle and he's like trying to shoot the fly. And it's like, and there's one stage there where he literally punches the fly off out of the air. And it's like one scene, the guy goes like, "Oh my god, he's actually got it!" And you just see the fly inside Jean's hand, all buzzing around, and hears Jean going like, "Talk to me. Who is it? Who are you working for?" And he just goes mental.
First year was fun.
I think for my one, I did was like Jean-Claude Van Damme was coming into MCN to try and film the. Trying to audition for the next James Bond. Like this was like before Daniel Craig came on.
Oh my lord!
And so we said that part of the audition was you have to do the gun barrel sequence, the famous gun barrel sequence.
Oh,
so it was like, great, okay. Sorry. Oh,
I think Simon's
oh dear.
out. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he'll just rejoin me.
If he rejoins us, sure, I'll add him back in. But yeah, we had it so like he's coming into audition for James Bond, and he has to do the gun barrel sequence, and he comes on, and then right, you all right, Simon?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, that's good. So he comes on, he goes on, does the gun barrel sequence, and he comes on, brings the gun in, and he actually shoots the cameraman who's filming the gun barrel sequence. Because that used to be a running joke. That used to be something I used to confuse. Like, I used to often ask, like, why does James Bond have to constantly kill the cameraman in every film? Because of that. So we just had so I played the cameraman who gets shot, and the guy somehow my the way my what do you call it? The ISO or what do you set on my camera was set to dark by accident. So you can't really see exactly what's going on. But there's a shot it showed one shot there that where the producer was actually like turning around, coming around the table to tell Jean-Claude Van Damme off, saying like "God damn it, John, you can't shoot people every time during this thing." And you just see me just like trying to struggle back onto my feet. Like you just see my hand reaching out, trying to grab hold of the table. And the producer literally just walks over and literally just kicks me and finishes me off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, shoot, sorry." So it's just like a random video, really, but wasn't the best.
Yeah, no, we were given the exact same clips.
Yeah. But what was your favorite, like, what was the favorite bit of like media work that the film work they actually asked you to do?
Well, we've done quite a few films. The final one in first year is probably the best one we've made, but I really enjoyed making one last year because even though I do, I volunteer at my local heritage railway back in Preston, the Ribble Steam Railway, as well as doing
Great
stuff around Town of Clinton.
Yeah, definitely.
How have you been?
Yeah, love it. Absolutely loved it.
Oh,
Went down there when they had the Deltic.
Yeah, the Deltic was great. Used to have the tours around the cab and such.
Mm.
Volunteered there. And essentially just messaged, ask, hi, can we film at the railway? Like, yeah, and we had a whole Mark 1 coach to ourselves for
Oh, that's sweet.
a couple of weeks.
Very nice.
And we did a period piece set all within the carriage.
Mind you, when we were filming the Pablo episode, the train episode, I actually had my own changing room in the, because we filmed the first bits inside the Transport Museum, and I had to dress up as a train driver for the last act, and the girl playing Pablo's mum had to use the one room which was in the indoor cafe for her changing room while I did, but so. I says, well, sure. Why don't I get changed in one of the brake vans? Because I mean, there's nobody in the museum. We have the whole museum to ourselves. I'll just use that. So I thought, what better way to have a change room than just go and get changed in the brake van?
No, you'll find on most of the days that the Taliflin, the guard's van is a changing room, because a guard will come just wearing like a t-shirt or whatever, and quickly, or just the shirt, and when with the trains going down to Wharf, empty coach and stuff, they'll put the tie and jacket and everything on as we're doing that.
Wow. I must try and get back down to the Talcon at some stage, like, because I love it's my favorite. It's like my favorite railway now of all
Give
time.
me a shout next time.
I'll do that. I'll do that, because I mean, the first time I was down there. Yeah, because the first time I was down there, it was mainly for a private photo shoot of the Reverend Orgy's models. Because I arranged with the museum to have a private photo shoot of them. Then the second time around was basically just for a holiday, and that was like the first time I actually got to ride on the rails. And I loved every moment of it.
I will go on and on and on about the place. I absolutely adore it there.
It's like me with Mysterious Cities of Gold. I just constantly talk about it on Twitter.
I think it's one of the greatest railways in the entire world.
Yeah.
I'm biased because I love it so much. I try to.
Oh, I'm completely
do
biased
Race the
as well.
Train.
Yeah.
Race the Train was so fun last year. Because
It's the first time I hadn't done it in 5 years. I'm gutted.
Oh, that is a bugger. Because I was the assistant guard on the actual race train, the main race. So could have spotted you from the guard.
Time.
Yes.
Next time.
Dr. Claw there.
It's such a great. It's
Get it. Next time, get it. Next time.
It's quite surreal though, just as you're going along and seeing all the people in the fields running alongside the train.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. You Karen.
No, I was saying the side you've probably not seen is from the guards, and we've got the mobile phone connected to control, and the person down who sets you guys off are all on the same line.
Oh.
2, 1, and the minute it goes 1, I got to fly the green flag and blow the whistle for letting the race train go, which was so fun. I weirdly, I wasn't running, but I had such an adrenaline rush just doing it. It was so much fun.
So you see, my adrenaline rush normally comes from the running, but I am yet to beat the train. That is my aim. Next time I'm able to do it, I will beat the train. That is the plan.
Very much possible.
I hate to lose.
If for anyone who's not, if you've not been down to TR, just get yourself down. It's so worth it. And obviously, at the minute, sadly closed due to everything going on in the world. And even if it's a small donation, anything will help.
Yeah.
Any Heritage Railway as well. Give them a little summit if you want, because it will just keep.
Well, same for all of the preserved railways, isn't it?
Yeah, if for opposite railways, donate what you can.
Bluebell are asking as well. Just give to any you can if you can.
So, to your favourite railways, whether it's the Tallyflin, the Bluebell, whatever, if you can send a tenner towards any of your favourite locomotives. I'm biased, but 35028 Plan Line is a great locomotive. And being the treasurer, I know where the money goes. So.
It goes to you.
But no, in all seriousness, these are really difficult times. I sadly don't think we're going to see every preserved railway through this. So it's up to us, all of the
some of the
rail
smaller
enthusiasts, to
ones.
do it. You know. So.
Yeah.
Some of the smaller ones are sadly I can see going a bit under. Honestly, it's trying times, and we just need to help them through.
Absolutely agree. 100%.
I think
If we're doing shout outs for specific railways, I'll do one for the Barla Lake Railway because that's the one where
yes,
my
great.
grandfather volunteered.
yeah.
Oh, Ballard's gorgeous. I've only been the
Ballard
one,
is
but it's
beautiful.
such a nice little line.
They've
I
actually,
have
I think they've just recently got
Yeah.
permission to do their extension into the town of Barla.
Wonderful.
Oh, brilliant.
Because last time I was there, they were still pitching all the different kind of main station designs and layouts and stuff. That's good that they've got permission. Well done.
Yeah,
Tom.
one of the drivers was telling me about that when I got a footplate ride. They were saying that they were trying to get permission to build a station extension into the town, and I think they have actually gotten permission, which is great.
That's great news.
Really wonderful. I'm overdue a visit back. Not been in too long.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, last year was my first visit to Wales in God knows how many years. Bless her heart, Sarah arranged a long weekend there for our wedding anniversary, and we did 3 railways in 3 days.
Wow.
Oh.
We went to Barla first because that was the most important, being connection with my grandfather. Second day was a Talyllyn because it's Talyllyn. And third was Festiniog.
I was going to say, was it the Fez?
Yeah, because every time I go to Wales, the Festiniog is always the first railway I actually stop at on my way down.
It's the easiest to get to, kind of like my main line.
Yeah.
I say that easy to get to Toward as well by main line.
Yeah, there's one railway I do want to try and visit is because the last time I went to it, it was closed. The Corris Railway.
Mm.
I've been there.
It's sadly very short, but that's not their fault. But it's still definitely you'll get a good day out of it.
Yeah.
You get chatting to people.
Yeah.
It's lovely, and there might be some happening soon, hopefully.
Yeah. But yeah, like if I was to go back to Wales again, I always have to go back to Talyllyn because I just love it. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What else can we? What's our next topic?
I'd like to throw it out there, actually, that I have seen some wonderful Twitter posts from the Thomas fandom generally the last week or so.
All right.
And I know I tend to, on Twitter, only hype up when there's something bad going on. So I want to give a shout out to all of those modelers and artists and all the rest of it who's actually doing a really lovely job of keeping everyone's spirits up.
And with that actually said here, I think it's about time we actually we'll have a wee break here. We'll take a wee look at some of our viewers' work, because it's just after 3 minutes past 8, and I did promise that I'll do this here. So let me just give me a second, just see if I can get the folder up so we can get this on. Have a look. Now, I'm actually surprised because there's a lot of people who have actually sent through a lot of their stuff here. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these now.
Lovely.
How many have you got?
Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. So there's like a whole mixture from people here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Well, we've got 7 here. 7 submissions here, but there's a lot of like from 7 people here, but there's a lot of nice photos that they want to showcase. So we'll do a shout out for them. Okay, so let me get my share screen on so I can. Let me see now. I'll take up the screen for a sec. Right. There we go. Okay, so the first one here from our fellow viewers who wants to showcase this is
Wow.
from Bluebell 5529.
Oh, he's very
nice.
yeah.
This is a lovely model of Henry, which they've made up. It's absolutely fantastic. I love the
Is that a
paintwork. on
Fowler
that.
tender?
Yeah, it's got a foul tender. Yeah, that's I don't
Oh,
that's
okay.
beautiful, yeah.
As gorgeous of a model, I really don't like Henry with a Fowler tender. That's just personal preference. Everything else is absolutely lovely, though.
I even like he's even kept in the hazard warning things on the.
I was about to ask, is that for the electrics above hazard?
That's
sticker?
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad they put that in.
What a jolly nice idea.
Yeah, paintwork is really seriously. That paintwork is absolutely just amazing.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
nice.
Okay, next up is from Kingsley Vickers, and they're
Oh,
now this is a black and white picture they sent through. Now this is their I think this is their Reverend Audrey replicas actually.
Oh,
So-
those are lovely.
that's rather nice.
So it's not just me making replicas of the Reverend Audrey stock. So
Oh no. No competition, Mike.
I know I've got competition coming my way.
They're coming out of the woodwork.
That
So
person
nice.
looks-
Yeah, that's actually I think that's one of Spark Shot's Percy's because he did one.
Oh,
There's a nice thing of Toby.
Oh, that's very nice.
I think I know this kit actually. This is from somebody from on Shapeways called Recreations because I remember I got my Henrietta bottle from this guy.
Just while we're on Toby,
Yeah.
because I keep seeing people's models with the blue stripe across and a black lower.
Yeah.
Is that based on a particular set of pictures in the books?
Audrey's
No, it's
model.
actually based off Reverend Audrey's model of Toby because like during the 1960s,
Oh.
Reverend Audrey repainted his models. So Thomas and Percy had a more brighter color to them, whereas Toby had
Yeah.
had a slightly more brighter brown. But then his side plates had one. The top half was like a light blue, then the other half, then the bottom half was dark blue.
Hmm,
A bit more Great Eastern blue, actually.
Yeah,
interesting.
I like him. I like him with the BR logo on the side, like Tom Foster's model.
yeah. That's right. That's his model Toby there, and then there's his model of Percy. I love that. I love that there. This looks amazing.
Hmm.
That's rather nice.
So that's Percy's model on a Hornby Peckett chassis, which I think Knuckles said that his Percy models were made specifically to fit onto those chassis. So that's pretty cool. I love that green as well. That green is just amazing.
It's got a very deep shade to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, because I mean that was something I often kept wondering. Like at first, I kept thinking like was Percy's dark green? Was that just due to the varnish or something? But it was then I realized because when Luke showed me pictures of the Reverend Audrey's model of Henry, it turns out that's actually the color that Percy was originally painted in.
Mm.
Oh.
Because Percy came after Thomas. Thomas was the first model that ran on the Soto layer. Percy was the second one. So I'm guessing model paints were very scarce, maybe during the late 40s or so forth.
I
And
wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, so dark green would have been the choice that he would have gone for Percy. So Percy would have been painted British Railway green originally. Then during the 60s, he had a more lighter green. But there's still traces of
wonder-
the original paint there.
Thing is though, didn't Percy come out in the 50s?
Quite a lot of modelers in the 40s used car
No,
paints.
he's on about Audrey's actual models rather than the characters.
Oh right, got you.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's Percy's model there, and then there's Thomas using. Now this, I'm very impressed because this guy managed to get an actual Stuart Repap model for Thomas. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm sure I've seen that before. on
Yeah,
Twitter.
it's the same guy on Twitter. Now, I do have a catalog somewhere from the company Hamblins because when Stuart Repap went out of production, Hamblins got these things on board. They had them on for a short time, but these locos are actually kits. They actually were like a die-cast loco kit. So people could buy these tank engines. You can get them in two varieties. So like the first one, this one here, would have a round firebox and round windows. Then the second version would have a square firebox and square windows for the cab. And the idea was that for these models, you can choose like what type of buffers and chimneys and domes or safety valves that you can give. You can customize these engines really to your own specific
Bit
design.
like the double overlaying fairy kits then.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I don't know whether these were based off a specific engine. So I guess this is probably maybe like a freelance version of a Genty comprised with a LNER R1.
I'd say the Belpaire Square 5 Oxford Square Windows is definitely going to be Ginty inspired.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept though, because you just take the smoke box,
It's very nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite. I love the vintage stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
because that's
what people make of it.
yeah, they try and make it look all vintage. That's why I like doing in my modeling as well. Okay, moving on the next list, we have Lou the Raccoon, with his replica, of the Linton Barnstable wagon seen in the TV series of Thomas and Friends.
It's been flying about all over.
No, that's very convincing. I like
Yeah.
that.
I always find it quite funny that they just ended up using 16mm stock in the show.
Yeah, because they started doing that in series 2, didn't they? With the China Clay trucks.
Yeah, why? They do that.
Kind of be stock as well.
Yeah, because I think I read somewhere that that went for the TV series they got secondhand stuff.
That's probably why that someone just handed them second-hand models. It's like, all right, we'll use these.
Yeah,
We need wagons.
Yeah,
we need more
it'll be budgetary reasons as why they ended up, because 16mm
Yeah.
stock was quite abundant, I imagine, as well.
yeah.
A bit easier to get than the 10mm, a bit cheaper than the 10mm.
But what's amazing is none of us noticed till years later.
No,
No. So next in the list here we have this is another thing that Lou Raccoon's done. He's done this recreation scene from Ellsbridge cricket pitch, which looks really
That
good.
is fantastic.
So that has the model scene cricket pitch figures. That's pretty.
yeah. I know which
That's
one's
very good.
Yeah. Nice sharp press there. And this one here, this is Mary Hampton Productions. Now this is just a recent thing. I just recently added these to the list here.
Oh,
So these are some lovely photos. Lovely
wow.
models here.
Only something that's not Thomas.
Ding dong. I love
Something
it.
non-Thomas related.
I can see he's taken the cab side plaque off and painted the number on.
Oh, yeah.
That's very good.
Especially,
Yeah, definitely.
obviously, with the West End having those cast brass plaques, they did sometimes get nicked, didn't they?
Yeah. And there's the
Oh,
model
speaking
area.
of brass getting nicked, I'm fuming. These banks,
Again.
they closed because of the coronavirus, and the day after they closed, 10K worth of brass and other loco fittings were stolen from the loco shed.
Ah,
That's
this
terrible.
this Terry looks awesome. This will be something for Max Davis to look at because he's a big Terry fan, isn't he?
Yeah.
His terrier.
Well, I think he did send me a picture on Twitter, and I think he's got somewhere in the region of 10 terriers.
Jeez.
probably more.
Almost
I
the whole
thought having
class,
5
isn't
was
it?
too many.
I'm just glad I said a massive Easter collection.
I think he was aiming to have models of every one of the 10 that are left.
Wow.
I think he definitely wants to go and see all 10 that are left as well. And I think he's
Yeah.
done that.
And there's a nice weathered London Transport pannier.
Mm.
I like that little bit of detail there. You have the I think that's a cover for
Yeah, it is.
the curtain.
Yeah,
I
keep the
love that.
smoke out.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Even on the back of the bunker as well.
Yeah, the tools not there. Yeah, beautiful out there.
Right.
And then we have NWR Modeler, who's doing this. Who has this really nice, heavily modified Bachmann Thomas to make it look like the Series 1.
I love the layout, the diorama. and everything.
Yeah, I like he's using the Pico bullhead track here because that's pretty awesome.
It is so good. I love
Yeah.
that track. It's
Yeah, every time I see a post from him, they're showing somewhat more progress on his stuff. There, it looks absolutely awesome.
It's impressive.
I
the
do
scale.
like the face.
Yeah, I think that's a Hornby one. Looks like a Hornby. Also, just
Definitely an
noticed
improvement.
Is that a scratch built coal bunker? Is that a coal bunker
the
right next to him?
I don't know. It could be a kit version.
Oh,
Cool save. I don't know. It could be a kit one, but if it's a scratch book one, that's brilliant.
yeah, Ratio do kits for them, but they're easy to
Yeah, they're not really that good.
Good.
I just noticed in the background there, Tom. Does that not look a bit like your spray paint mountains?
Oh, I don't think it actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's done the same idea. That he's got his there as well. That's awesome.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, obviously, I don't own the idea, so
No. I'll just say,
Provided
you know, what are you?
inspiration, Tom.
I was just going to say, like, you know, Tom, what are your mountains doing there? He's nicked your
Someone
mountains.
stole your mountains.
now mine are darker
Is
than
this
that.
making a mountain out of a molehill?
Hey,
Hey.
Dreadful.
Rubbish.
You know, I got the same reaction on the Biggest Little Railway for my jokes.
Rubbish.
Oh,
Rubbish.
yeah.
They wouldn't like my jokes.
So
Have we
next
got any
up,
more modelling? Ooh.
this is very nice. I like this here. So this is from Old Vera, and they've done these really nice models of like Rosie, Neville, and Rebecca. And I like Rebecca. They kept her in her
Rebecca in an
Thank you.
actual livery. Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much for doing that. That is reinsured my belief in civilization.
he's a good mate of mine. He does some. So it's nice seeing the characters in a more real way.
Yeah.
I'm making a Percy and
I'll
James.
tell you what though. Years ago, I remember Simon did this British Railway Series competition.
Oh yeah, I remember entering it.
Battle of Britain.
I entered that.
Yeah, I
When
entered
I
that as well.
And there's one entry with Battle of Britain, and I thought that was the best characterization for that class. Really, it's always stuck with me.
I can't remember what mine
nice.
was. I'm trying to remember what mine was. I think mine was Henry the Ginty or something.
Yeah, it was.
I had Hot Pots, the Austerity.
Hot Pot. I love that name.
It's from Lancashire. He's Lancashire.
Hold tight, lad, and think of Lancashire Hot Pot.
I didn't enter.
Yeah, no, I was like, I would have. What year was that? Because I would have been. I would have been very young. Just
That would have been 2008. Would have been or
Yeah.
2009.
9, just to make you feel older, Simon.
Oh,
He's not that old.
No, but still,
pretty old.
compared to everyone else in here, I'm the baby.
What are our ages? Let's throw it out there.
21.
27.
Oh God.
28.
33.
Bingo.
Oh, I'm younger. Yes. 1 year.
You young whippersnappers.
Too young. Too young.
Thinking my day.
Right, so that's all very thing. I think he's got another one. So there's another engine he's modeling as well.
Okay.
Oh, is that the Seattle? God,
What?
what is it?
Oh, God. Oh, it is Sierra. Is it Sierra Leone?
Or is it Lynn or Lid? No,
No.
which is the Manning Wardle?
It is the Manny Wardle. It's the one that's on display at the Welsh Pool. I'm pretty sure it is a Sierra Leone loco then, maybe. But it's not Lynn or
No.
Could someone please tell us what it is on the? Have we got a live chat?
Yeah, we've got a live chat. Anyway, anyone in the live chat, could they please tell us what it is, and
Yes, please.
we'll know.
Don't say it's a train.
Luke,
I will hunt you down, and I will find you if you say it's a train or to that effect.
They'll probably be smarter to say, okay, it's not a train, it's a steam engine.
Happy birthday to Luke Keane from yesterday.
Sorry.
I was just in the comments.
Right.
Luke Keane turned 25 yesterday, apparently.
All right.
That must surely fit together.
Oh, happy birthday to you, mate.
Sorry for interrupting.
That's nice. Okay, what's the next one here? Oh, Oliver also said here he also wants to submit some 3D modeling as well. So he sent me these here as well. So this is quite
Wow.
nice.
So is this is a 3D model, so it's a CGI.
Yeah.
Ah, in which case it's beautiful, but also what is it?
It looks like Lewis
Garrett.
Castle Garrett.
Yeah, like I say, I'm mates with him, and it's just one of his fictional designs where he's taken like a 2800 chassis and gone, "What if a Garrett?"
Oh, God. Sorry,
Garrett.
Do you know what? Full respect for that.
Garrett it.
Full respect.
Oh, you're the Garrett.
Well, that could just be like an upgrade button saying, this model, Garrett it. See what it'll look like. Well, Garrett your model. That's good.
This one reminds me of Wales 2009. Like, you're the Garrett.
And then this is their interpretation of Falcon in his Minnesota Railway livery.
That is rather beautiful.
Now, it's also very good as well because the Revenology's model of Falcon actually has this livery.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I do it.
Does it really?
Actually,
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because in the night, stop me if I get this wrong, Luke. Here, so is it during the 1980s? The Revenology was part of this model railway club, and he commissioned somebody to make models of Peter Sam, Stuart, and Falcon.
yeah. As far as I'm concerned, there was no Sir Hayden. Sir Hayden's a handle made, but in the Audrey study at Towyn, you've got a more up-to-date model of Stuart, Peter Sam, and this model of Falcon, which is in the dark blue with Caledonian style, black and white lining.
Yeah.
Grief.
We have no idea. Like, this was last year, about July, we went in and had a look through everything in the study, just to catalogue and make sure everything was still there and see if we could find any bits that we didn't know about. And I had no idea these models existed until last year, and I don't think anyone else did actually.
No, because when you showed me the pictures of Henry, I literally from my end of the computer, obviously you wouldn't hear me, but I literally screamed. I was like, "Oh my god, it still exists!"
That one was actually reported as being missing, wasn't it? In one of the books, I think it was in Brian Sibley's book.
No, I think I don't know. I don't know actually. I think it was said that Henry's model failed because the motor burnt out.
Oh, that might have been it.
But the photograph that Luke sent me there, it basically shows the Henry model, but it looks like it's fitted onto a Triang Princess chassis. So my guess is that Revenology was trying to fit a new chassis onto it, but stopped halfway through because of issues with the die-cast model. Because those Graham Farish class 5s, they're solid die-cast metal. There's very little hollow stuff in that there.
Sorry, I'm going a bit ad hoc with my angle. Just my phone's about to run out of charge.
Oh, better get your charger on.
Yeah, I'm just moving it closer to where the plug is.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Right, I'll just finish up here with the last two pictures here, which were sent in here for this here, and that is Tidmouth Yard's Scarlowy model.
Wow,
that's rather nice.
Yeah. Now Tidmouth Yard is actually a member of my model railway club there, so he helps me out with the Northwestern Railway build.
I want to know how he's done the typography for that lettering.
The what?
I'll tell you what, these
the
railway bills.
The lettering is just like Fox transfers.
Okay.
I've got a sheet of them to hand because they're the same
if
I use on my Scarlowy stock.
Yeah. So
that red's, if they've repainted that red, that is very smooth.
Yeah.
I have to say the 009 stuff people have been so creative with. Really lovely work.
See, he's also recently finished a model of Duke there. You can see in the background, and he's only recently.
The Duke.
Yeah, he's recently put on
Here
Duke's
we are.
name.
You want to have a look at my camera?
Right, I'll just stop sharing. There you go.
This is the kind of that he would have used for the Scarlory name.
Fantastic.
All individual letters. Just water slide transfers
Wow.
in Fox there.
Okay.
If I just open my box of tricks
Oh, so are they like
Um,
let's get ones?
out. So
Oh, what side? Sorry, no, it wouldn't be then.
Oh, look at that.
Mm.
that's that.
Oh, that's rather nice.
And that's the same type of transfer for the name.
Yeah.
What's the chassis?
Either Trent Cuckoo,
Ah, very nice.
quite old now.
Is it still still
What
working
the-
all right? Because they're quite old now.
It runs bloody smooth.
Wow.
Okay.
Very nice. So I'm very surprised. I've got Duncan here as well, and that runs on an old Arnold chassis. And again, I've got very lucky with that one because that runs quite nice. And I
Yeah.
know these are very temperamental.
I have to get round to actually getting my Douglas kit made up because I do have models of like Scarlowy engines that I'm currently making up there, but I haven't actually. I'm only doing them just like when I feel like it, but they're like halfway made. So.
Well, this is
I'll get round to it.
repainted Batman Rheneas
Very nice.
That's beautiful. That.
with new funnel and chimney and everything, and some brass turned oil pots at the front.
Mm.
So is that like a gem Dolgok kit or is it a repeat
No,
of
this is the Bachman.
I was going to say yeah because I thought I recognized the chassis there.
Yeah, this is all
Ah.
Bachman, but I've replaced the funnel and the cab, the chimney and the cab.
Okay.
They really did get that.
Speaking
chimney
of
from, didn't
009, if I can borrow the camera tick.
Yeah.
After Luke, sorry.
No,
Okay.
sorry. That's the new Batman coaches as well, repainted.
they? Very nice.
That still surprises me there. Okay, Ben,
Next stage
it's
is
all
yours.
yours.
I hope this shows up because it is tiny.
Oh, look at that!
Is it a
Oh, that's
Ren?
cute.
No,
It's well, the
Kato.
chassis is oh god, I forget the name now. It's one of those one of the Japanese chassis.
Kato.
Kato?
Not Kato. Oh god, the name honestly escapes me, but it came from Plaza Japan on eBay.
Oh,
I think I know which one.
It's
you're on
a
about.
little quarry Bagnall.
Based on
I
like,
still need to put resistors on the motor because they're only little like 3-volt motors.
Right.
I've always
Is that
wanted a
the-
Bagnall, but there just aren't any kits of it.
See that's actually it kind of reminds me of our Miniature Railway Club logo Betty because she's a Bagnall engine. And she looks
Yeah.
she looks roughly like that.
Is that the same type of Bagnall as Pixie? You know, Teddy Boston's Bagnall.
Possibly. I honestly don't know.
Funny enough, I actually did hear that I saw somewhere in a documentary that Teddy Boston's original model railway is actually still being preserved. Has been preserved now.
It has been, yeah. I don't know where exactly, but
Actually, it's actually not that. Gavin Rose told me it's actually set up not that far from where he is. Actually, he didn't know that until until I think I told him about where it was. I can't remember exactly where, but it was like I did not know it was that close. So, question for Luke from Two Face Tard Productions. What do you use for lining transfers?
it's also from Fox. You can buy strips of different coloured lining in different sizes from them, and you can also get like little corner pieces as well to do the curves. So I'll bring Duncan up again.
Give me a sec here. I'll get the screen. There we go.
So the curve on the bunker, that is one of the curved pieces, and the rest are just the straight pieces. And you just cut them to size, and the water slide on.
That's awesome.
Same around the boiler at the front there as well.
Lovely.
So yeah, that's it's just a water slide, and you just got to be patient with it. That's my main advice for using water slide. Just be patient.
Yeah. Let me see. Patrick Savage, question from Michael. When are you going to be making your Triang Thomas? At the minute now, the Triang Thomas is waiting on its Romford wheels. I'll have to order off a wheel set from Markets at some stage because I have to experiment out there. But I'm going to experiment with a wheel set I bought for Duck's model. So if that goes according to plan, then I'll use that same wheel. I'll use that same wheel set's not there for Thomas's model. But yeah, it just I think it just requires a bit of a new paintwork really and some additional parts added onto it. So I actually must see how that interior thing dried out. This should be dried by now. One sec, guys.
Typically, ours is just saying thanks for the compliments on his Scarlari, and they're completely, deserved because it is a gorgeous one.
Yeah.
Like.
You're welcome, mate.
Agree with that.
I'm really glad 009's been taking off in the past few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's long overdue.
As long as we keep buying it, the more they'll make it. That's the main.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but Batman's Baldwins, bloody hell, they're a good loco, and they've been set well as well. Just it's gorgeous.
Right, so let's do a progress report on our models. So, do mine first here. So I've just recently just spray painted this here with like a cream primer, which I use for like just priming stuff here. So this gives me a nice cream stone appearance for the interior of Farquhar Shed. So what I'm going to do next here is I'm going to give this like a heavy wash of brown and black just to get that nice sort of like soot colored look, and do a wee bit. Maybe before then I'll just have like try and do a wee bit of detail work around the windows here just to bring them up a wee bit more, and see about getting these doors for now. So I 3D printed these on my printer. So these are going to be like little doors to have on the inside, and I'm going to try and see about maybe find a way to get them hinged so that they actually work. I don't know if I have spares from a kit that I might use, or maybe I might wrap them in some wire, but we'll see what I can come up with.
Brass rod is your friend.
Sorry?
Brass rod is your friend.
Brass rod.
Brass rod and wire, that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot there. So so once that's done, I'll mount this on this base here, which I made last night. So that's just a bit of chipboard on a wee frame here. So I actually drilled out holes to fit these Pico inspection pits in. Still need to put the rest of the track on, but after I put the inspection pits on, I actually got one of those textured spray paints. So I got two of them. So one of them was a light stone color type one, and and then I went over it again with like a dark, like a black dark gray type one. So that gives you a lot more like that ash kind of look to it, and it's come up a lot better than I thought it would. So you can see it better on camera. So.
That really does look gorgeous, Mike.
So if I put that like that, see if I can get a better shot on camera. You can see where I'm getting at here. Yeah. Well, really though, it's got that there is just going to sound like that there because the inspection pits are going to fit inside the sheds. But then again, it actually doesn't look half bad when I put the actual exterior sheds on there as well. Well, I do like that there. It actually looks...
That looks rather good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So still need to do a bit more work on that there. Right. Let's see. Who's next? Ben, let's see how you're getting on.
Well, I've been painting up the details on this orc here. I don't know how well that's going to show up.
That's actually pretty good.
So I'm doing the highlights at the moment. even going so far as that I don't think that's showing up on the camera, but even painting the brass casing on the bullets.
I can see that there. Yeah, that's brilliant.
The thing is, you'll never see this probably on the model unless you actually got up close to look at it. But you know what? It's the kind of detail they would normally put on these, so I'm doing it.
I'm interested. When you got a whole series of those to make, how do you do them all at once, or do you just? I mean, a series of the
I try and batch paint it, but yeah, it often gets to the point of I just end up doing one at a time. I mean, here's one. If I bring it up, this is one that has only had the green flesh done.
Ooh.
Right.
So I would probably do a batch of them with that flesh color, and then start doing all the other details.
That's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me, Simon. Jim. Oh, he's gone.
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Simon, do you remember reading the book, the Terry Pratchett book, Raising Steam?
Yes.
Yes. After seeing your post about that, I actually started let's check that out. It's actually a really good book. It's really good.
I have to say, big Terry Pratchett fan. Biased obviously because of my railway habit. But I think it's his best book. It's an incredible story. When you get to the end,
I feel I've heard of it.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a fictional version of how the railways were invented. With a merge of fantasy with goblins and wizards.
Oh, cool.
I kind of. What was that one comment you put up on Twitter where it talked about these two businessmen? And one of them was questioning about the other one writing the number of the engine. What was that about?
So they write something 10 or 11 chapters in. They're showing off Iron Girder, which is the locomotive that is the main loco character throughout the book. And they painted, because it's the first steam locomotive in Ankh-Morpork, basically, a number 1 on the buffer beam. And this man walks up and solemnly, in his notebook, writes down the number 1. And there was a whole section about the birth of train spotting. But in the whole of the book, Raising Steam, train spotting is a wonderful thing that is celebrated. And you have so many different people of varying ethnicities and species and genders doing it. And I actually thought Pratchett was right on the money with that book as to what railway enthusiasm is. It's about something so undefinable. It's about this living, breathing thing, without wishing to waffle on.
Yeah, there was one bit I kind of found was quite fun. I thought was kind of funny was when there's a scene when a dwarf character was trying to sabotage Iron Gertrude, and she fights back by literally burning him alive.
I know the bit you mean.
Yeah, but it's just the way they describe it is it's just kind of funny. So he's about to do it. And suddenly there's a big puff of pink smoke, and next minute he just sees death, and he's like, "Oh, I'm dead." And then you have the two police.
It's a very good bit, actually.
And you have the two policemen coming in to see what the noise was about, and then one is saying "Oh, what's that sticking out of the roof there? That appears to be half a skull."
That's one of the darker moments in the book, but I do. It is one of my favourite bits too. It's the dry wit and description that Terry Pratchett has in his novel writing.
Do you ever listen?
Astonishing.
Do you ever listen to? Have you ever read the one he did with this other writer, Good Omens?
I've not read it, but I've watched the Amazon series, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah. One thing I didn't know, Chris Eaton Green's in that one actually. I didn't know that until he told me. I was like,
really?
He makes a cameo appearance somewhere He plays.
think
He's
he's
like
an
he's one of
extra.
the he's one of the people. Like he's just like
I think-
like an
I think
extra.
my friend Steve's in there as well, actually.
That's astonishing.
I'm
Chris,
actually wondering- I'm just wondering-
we need to talk, Chris.
Have you seen Blinded by the
Brilliant.
Light?
Absolutely brilliant.
Don't
Was
think
that-
so. No.
Blinded by the Light. He's in it
Oh,
quite a bit.
Lovely.
Wow.
Well, so to sum up, go read and watch Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to go and find a copy of Raising Steam. Sounds like
Oh,
There's an audiobook. There's an audiobook of it on Audible. That's why I got into it there because after I saw Simon's post, I thought, I'm going to check this out. So I actually downloaded the audiobook.
especially during quarantine as well. It seems like a good thing.
You
to
got
do.
time now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a backlog of kits and books and loads of stuff to do.
Right. Let's see the next progress there. Tom, how are you getting on?
Not brilliantly.
Oh dear.
oh dear.
Well, it's all right. I've been doing the same thing for about the last hour or so, just trying to get this dead square.
All right.
Because,
Tell you what, Michael,
Yeah.
I have to head off shortly. So shall
Okay,
I give
no
you
worries.
a quick update and then I will head off.
Yep. No worries. Your screen's yours.
Right. So, buildings, partway through your second house.
Oh
There
wow.
we go. Getting there.
Looks
It'll be
awesome.
much more complete in the next week or so. This is also getting there. We'll get to
Nice.
a better finish,
Yeah.
but it's going to get some weathering as well. Do you want an interior?
No,
I'll
it's
build you
okay.
an interior.
No, it's okay, mate. Because these are only going to be used for like just for town scenes, really. Because there's going to be a scene.
Right.
There's going to be a shot where you're going to see like the town of Farquhar for a panning shot. So
Okay. In
So
which
I
case,
might-
I'll
I
leave it
might-
without an interior. Not a problem.
yeah. So I might use it for like like panning shots and that there for the exterior for like distance shots and so forth. So that'll be good.
Right. Last bit. Trying to get this brake van together.
Oh,
We have
I've
a
got one of
rolling
those.
chassis, so that's good.
Yeah. Simon, one last one here before you go here. The ballast man in the live chat has a question for both you and me here. So it's do you have any advice for writing a story? I hope asking a question about stories and not modeling is okay. That's fine.
Yeah, of course it is.
So you go ahead because you've got a new book coming out soon, haven't you?
Yes.
2.
What?
So I'm self-publishing Great Western Glory with Dean, who's finishing off the artwork. Doing an amazing job given the circumstances.
Yeah, I was on one of his
but-
live streams there. It looked pretty cool.
Dean's
Oh,
always gorgeous.
Dean. He has come on in leaps and bounds in the last few years. It's mostly why the second British Railway Stories book has been delayed so much. Dean really wanted to capture the look of the story that we've gone for, which is a World War II story.
Yeah.
The other book is I've got a publisher for my Edward Thompson history book.
Oh.
Oh,
Someone
wonderful.
actually wants to bloody publish the damn thing.
Sure.
So
I
I'm
guess-
putting together the last draft.
So because you did a talk one time about him, didn't you?
I've done a few lectures on Thompson, and
All right.
if you read the National Preservation Forum, I put up my lecture notes recently. So anyone who wants to have a read and then come and have an argument with me is more than welcome.
A debate, a polite debate.
Yes.
Polite debate. Yes.
Yes, let's try for blood.
Yeah. For me,
How dare you besmirch Grizzly's legacy?
just on the story thing, really quickly before I head off.
yeah.
I plan everything I write as much as I can. So I know where it starts, what the middle is, what the ending is. I then break it down into different chapters if I need to. I know what the word count is. But all of this is kind of learned behavior. And I think when I was writing my best stuff, it was just I would go to bed, have a think, do some reading, and then suddenly an idea would come and you'd write it down. You come back to it after a month or so and you would edit it up a bit and tidy it up.
Yeah.
It really does come from research. You've got to read so much. You need to know things to write things.
Mm.
That's the bare minimum. You've got to do as much research as possible.
Yeah.
Without that, you won't get any kind of story.
remember something you said years ago. You know, do your research and then read it again.
Is my personal view.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me though, because I often write just like little adventure stories, but like in terms of like writing for Pablo and Thomas, like Pablo is basically the stories I write for Pablo. They're basically snippets of my life. Really, I'm actually retelling my life through Pablo, and most of what you see is just snippets of my own personality being thrown out there. So, like, if Tang says something silly, that's something I would have said maybe years ago, or a joke I would have come up against. But in terms of Thomas wise, I kind of just I always ask myself a question every time I'm writing a story for Thomas. I always ask myself a question as to what have we not seen before, or what would be something nice to do for a change, or or can we look at so we focus on this a wee bit more? That's something I often do for myself. But the main thing as well is to make sure the story is enjoyable for both audiences. So I don't. When I read my Thomas stories, I don't heavily think on the fans. I more or less think on the main target audience, which is the preschool children. So I want them to enjoy the story more. So yes, it's fun to see It's fun to see like different locations and so forth here. But you need to have a reason for the character. You need to develop the characters a bit more. You need to show different signs that you've not seen from this character before, or maybe they experience something new and something different. So that's something I often would like to experiment with certain stories, and that's also kind of when, because I mean, it was when I did my miniature railway stories. Like again, I still don't know if anybody still.
They're great stories.
I don't know if anybody.
Sent me, lovely.
Which one did I send you, actually? I can't remember.
Oh, God, it's a while ago, Michael. I think it was one of your... Because it was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
What was it? Was it the... was it Adventure Like No Other, or was it the Search for the Lost Engine? I can't remember. But anyway, it was one... I don't know, it was one of those, but...
It was a really lovely story, though.
Yeah, but it was... I tend to focus more on... It's kind of my attempt to write my own personal fan fiction. So, like... Similar to Simon's British Railway Stories, that was actually one of the inspirations, like for creating British Railway Adventures. It was one of my reference material, because it was when we looked at like something different from railway companies out there. Because Miniature Railway Adventures it doesn't focus on the locomotives. The locomotives only make a few cameo appearances, but it's mostly on the crew. The crew have their own stories to tell, and they have their own problems and difficulties they need to go through. So that's what I write in Miniature Railway Adventures. So it's just like a modernization version of the roadways trying to take over the railways work, and this next generation of railway enthusiasts are trying to do what they can to keep this railway going. And they have problems, they quarrel, they have fights. There's a story I'm writing now at the minute here, which it's taken me quite a while to do here. I'm still on like halfway through it here. We're at a stage like where we have the characters are developing. They're in a place where they change. They have their personalities change completely out of the bloom, and they don't know it. They don't know that they're changing. But it's kind of reflecting my time when I moved. When I go to school, I often hear these certain trends that children all say. I've never heard of before, and in order to fit in, I have to talk like that. So that's why I kind of incorporate into the characters, but they don't know they're doing that there, and it's kind of affecting. They don't register that there until I think maybe in the last third of the story. But
I think there's a lot of good advice there, Michael, and I think I'm really sorry I can't remember the user who was writing into us, but I would suggest he thinks about the points that you've made.
I was Bassman
and experiment. Yeah, experiment.
Yes.
But on that note, I'm going to head off. Gentlemen,
right, Simon.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Well,
thanks to everyone on the chat.
Yeah, it's great to have you on the stream, Simon. Hope to have you again next on a future stream. So.
I'll definitely. Let me know when you'd like me to come back on, and I'll come back.
Will do, mate. Will do.
Right, take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Take care.
All the best, Simon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Be good.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Bye. That was Simon Martin, folks. My God. Luke, are you all right?
Drop the camera.
it went.
My God, the shock was too much for him.
Oh no!
My God, Luke can't live without Simon. Oh dear. Oh, I hope it didn't go on a bit too much.
Is everything all right there, Luke?
You all right, mate?
No, things are not okay.
Oh dear.
To be fair, looking at the time, I think on that note, I am probably going to leave as well.
What? Oh yeah, he said to me earlier on you were going to head off. That's fine, no worries, mate.
Yeah, I've stayed on far longer than I was going to, but it's been very fun.
All right. Can I just have you on show you on camera first, just to show what your progress so far?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's
So-
lovely.
Where the dark red is what's been done and drying, and also all this in here has dried now as well. So another thing why DAS is quite good is because it dries very quickly. But if you look kind of from that
Yeah,
level, you can see the kind of thing I'm going for.
Yeah. That's definitely looking
Will
really
you
good.
be filling in between the rails as well completely, or just a little bit?
Probably as much as I've done here, honestly.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
again,
because
once
that's
it's
always
all
the pain.
Yeah.
it is a slightly cheating, but it'll look all right.
Just
Yeah.
just want to ask you, Luke, are those lines there that head into the points? Are they wire and tube methods from what do you call it? Mirror control for the point.
What, sorry?
To operate your points there using the
Yeah, that's actually what I put these lines in earlier to give me kind of whereabouts. I'm going to be using the tube and the wire to do it.
the mirror control system, yeah, or
I think
No.
so.
well, not mirror control. Like you can use like those wee electrical switches as well to make them as your point and turner. Say,
Yeah, but that's in the future. What I'll
Okay.
leave it on, I'll get a little train set up.
yeah, that'd be a good way to finish up.
So while you're doing that, just look at the chat. Two Face Talk Productions. Luke, you dipstick.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's about
Sounds like a bit of a Roscoe P. Coltrane there. You
You
dipstick.
Wally.
You dipstick.
You dipstick.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
Didn't know you left.
Oh, that's well. In that case, I'll stay gone then.
well,
Come on, come back here.
Don't leave me alone with Michael.
Well, just us three.
Well, us and Luke, yeah.
Where's Ben gone?
No, Ben's still here.
Oh,
Simon's
Well, I
gone.
hope I am.
oh, come on, go.
Ben's still here. He's just very quiet.
Yeah, that's rare.
Yeah, sorry. I was doing well, I think I got the shape correct. I just like I was doing before. I just printed off on some
hang on.
photos.
Sorry,
Stick
Tommy. Hang on, Tommy. I haven't got you on camera for a second. I just want to. Luke wants to show this here before he goes.
That's right. Are you going as well, Luke?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
going-
I'm
oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Gallery. And
Oh.
hang on.
Satisfaction.
Phone has gone weird. And the entire track.
Oh. Oh, it's froze there for a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, my phone went a bit weird, sorry.
That's all right.
There we are. That's full
Oh, that's
train there.
lovely.
And me sat in the
Sat in the back. Hey.
Sat in the God's throne thinking, when's this bloody thing going to leave?
And then of course you're like, and of course you're on your phone. You're like, is it gone, Let? And
But yeah, so not got any power plugged in yet
Ah.
because I've been doing all that. But I don't
Well, it's a lovely model, that Luke. Definitely, you've done a really good job on that.
Thank you very much. There we go. So yeah,
Yay.
that's the main thing. And hiding back here, I've got the platform, the station area, secondary board
All right.
to fill up and everything. So yeah, there we go. Thanks for
good,
having
man.
me on.
No worries. Thanks for coming along.
Well, that's all right. And thank you all for coming to watch as well.
Yes.
Right. Bye bye.
Okay.
Right,
Look,
take care.
Thank you.
See you soon.
And then there were 3.
And then there were 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I better crack on here with because I feel like I've done very little here so far, so I need to keep going.
Why do you think I've
Yeah, shockingly, I'm actually making some progress on at least one orc, which is worrying.
Worrying? How's it worrying?
Whereas in, normally this takes me absolutely forever. It's like, I've made progress. What's going on here?
Yeah, you actually do some real work.
Real work. Unbelievable.
Thing unheard of.
If in case anyone wonders how long it takes to make models, it can take years, months.
Centuries.
Well,
I mean, look at Pendle
Museum.
Museum. It's still,
Literal years.
I mean, look at Pendle Museum. It's still under construction. So
But it's quite a long way since I was there. Yeah,
yeah,
years
definitely.
ago.
Right. So I'll now put in the superstructure for this, so it's a wee bit more stronger. Good. So just need to paint on the. So maybe should I have on the window sills? Yeah, window sills next.
Sorry, guys. I was hoping to have something quite interesting to have up on by now, but
You all right, mate?
it's going to take a lot longer. What, you or the audience?
Oh,
I care about you. No, I'm joking. I'll joke. Yeah. No. Well, I was hoping to have had this sorted out by now. Obviously, this takes delicate work.
yeah.
Well, you can't rush these things, otherwise it'll end up lopsided or something horrible.
Yeah.
These are the next ones, yeah.
This is supposed to apply to not just one, but possibly 2 more coaches like this.
Sorry, I'll just get May here because she's probably wondering.
So how come you're doing new ends for the coaches? Is it the original's not quite right, or?
Well, here's the originals. Basically, you know the old coaches from Series 1?
Yes.
They've got quite a unique looking front end.
Mm.
I'm trying to replicate,
Okay.
and there also is also a lot higher than this thing. So, I'm hoping I got this right.
Come say hello for a bit. Yeah, you go and say hello.
So what I've been doing is I've just been masking up and then just apply just.
Down. Those are all covered in mud. Where were you? Where were you that got you all muddy? And I spent all that time cleaning you yesterday. This is your paws that got dirty, not your collar.
Makes me miss my dog.
You want another treat? Is that what you want? Here you go. Is it nice? Good girl. Right, Two-Faced Heart Productions. Hey, Michael, random question. Have you ever heard of a children's show called Yo-Ho Ahoy? Yes.
No.
Oh, have you never heard of it?
What's Yo-Ho Ahoy?
Yo-Ho Ahoy. It's basically, it's just a little stop motion thing of a pirate crew where they have no, they only say 2 words of English, which is Yo-Ho Ahoy. That's it.
Okay.
That's their only way of communicating with each other. They just say yo ho ahoy, and that's it. So that could either be. So that could either mean hello, 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 goodbye, how are you? I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, fair
Well,
enough.
rings a bell. I don't think I've. No, I remember shows like Captain Abercrombie.
Yes, I remember Captain Abercrombie. Yes.
Captain Abercrombie.
He never finds that watch though.
No, you never know. That's the sad thing about. I hate it when they make shows like that and they never. It's like
Well, he does find out one stage though, but then he gets lost again.
yeah.
He's like, oh, bugger. Shut the camera there.
Just a thought though. It's a dream.
Yeah, and things don't always things don't always work out in dreams.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like, so you're thinking if he finds it in his dream,
Mm.
how's he supposed to bring it back and show his granddad?
I'm sure they'd think up some kind of MacGuffin.
It's all right, Ben. You don't have to.
Do you remember a show called Beachcomber Bay?
Yes, he used to be on Channel 5 all the time.
Yeah.
Salty
Oh,
Seagull, Bertha, and Sam Siegel. I'm only just guessing like as to what the names are. I'm just remembering their names now. I'm like, flip me. How old am I? I'm 27 years old, and I still remember watching Camera Green on television. That's a show from the 60s.
Yeah. That's always amazed. Like, you watch a show, then when you grow up and you realise how old things are, and you feel like, oh, this is shot years ago. Does that make sense? Like, things like Captain Scarlet, like, being shot in the 60s. I think, really?
Yeah. It's funny.
Okay.
There's a thing I saw there on the Jerry Anderson TV YouTube channel. They're actually doing a video version of the history of Jeff Tracy and the making of International Rescue, which is really cool.
Okay.
It answers a few. I think it was taken from maybe an annual book or something, but it answers a few good questions as to what happened to Jeff's wife and what was his history with being an astronaut and so forth. It's quite interesting. I might dust that a little bit. But funny, I was watching Thunderbirds earlier today. Actually, wasn't I? Or was it the filmed in Super Mario Nation documentary? Have you seen that?
In DVD.
Yeah, the filmed in Super Mario Nation documentary.
Got it, but I've not watched it yet.
Oh, it's really good.
I keep meaning to watch it with my dad, actually, but yeah, he said because he used to be a big fan of Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet fan too. He's the one who got me into it, actually.
I can't remember how I got into it. Actually, I think it was just because I just saw it on Blue. I just saw them make like Tracy Island on Blue Peter and just said hey, this is something everybody wanted to try and do. I might as well join in.
Hmm.
But this looks good. I think I'll make one.
Oh no, I can't. She's already finished it. Oh well. That's a joke we often bring up, don't we? Like it's just like we always mention the Blue Peter Tracy Island set.
Oh yeah.
How far did you get with that there? Oh, I got as far as the tinfoil. Oh yeah, Dad, she's on Pepper and Mache now.
Hurry up with the newspaper.
I'll take a risk. See if it works.
I'm so glad that the BBC actually decided to actually release it as a VHS, so children can actually rewind and play it back.
Oh, the Blue Peter Tracy Island.
Yeah, they released. It was actually so on high demand that the BBC said, like, do you know what? We'll just make a DVD of a VHS of it.
Okay.
Episode.
Yeah, the whole build.
Right. Okay.
And I think it's also there's a book that Blue Peter that they released from Blue Peter thing recently. It says I think it's called Here's One I Made Earlier, which shows all the crafts that they made in Blue Peter, including the Tracy Island set and the chocolate Dalek from Doctor Who.
Chocolate Dalek.
Yeah, the chocolate Dalek with yeah, just the chocolate Dalek with I think chocolate buttons for the wee bumps. What do we whatever those things were, or they're grenades actually. I think they're grenades.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm just trying to.
It's all right.
I'm trying to. I'm not. Here we go. Fucking brass. I'm going to just try my design on, and hopefully, if it's right, I can start production of making more.
Patrick Savage. Oh, Michael, I don't have Twitter, so if I wanted to post a picture, what do I do?
No, sorry.
I could. If you're part of a if you're part of a forum that I'm part of, you could send it to me through there, or I might message you maybe afterwards and might send you my private email address I have for like fan stuff. So you could probably send it to me through there.
The term Super Marination always makes me think of Super Mario Brothers. Not me. That's from Two Faced Tart Productions.
Yeah, I saw in the chat.
Two Faced Tart.
Now I have this weird vision now of like the Thunderbird characters dancing to "Do the Mario Brother" dance.
Oh God!
Do the Mario.
Oh, do you remember Cedric Afro?
Yes.
He did a music piece where it's like a mix between Bertie's theme and the Mario theme song.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's actually pretty funny. Like not funny, but like pretty good. You know, like Bertie the Mario mustache and everything, and just I don't know, it just works so well. Like he's a genius.
Yeah, didn't he also do one of like in the early Thomas instrumental style, but the Starlight Zone from Sonic 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
Starlight Zone.
Yeah, it's quite a nice retune from Sonic 1.
Oh, so is that what? So Starlight Express?
Sorry?
I need to rehear that. Right, it's on the brass.
Ah.
Here we go. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll put it on camera. There you go.
That's one. If it works, if it's accurate, then I can make more. And how I'm going to do it is, surprisingly, you can use ordinary scissors to cut a brass. Sheets of brass.
Yeah, because that's what is it, like 1 mil thick brass?
Yeah. So, but the only downside to it, of course, is when you cut one side, one bit, the excess it comes up.
That's always a downside.
Yeah. So unless you got, if you're like me, if you've got a really strong clamp, you should be able to hopefully bend it back to a reasonably straight. But yeah. So have you guys used brass in your project before?
I'm going to use brass for making my Revnor Tree Toby because Toby's side plates are made from brass.
Yeah.
But sometimes I would use brass for certain things only if needed.
Oh, bullets. Bro, I'll just cut into the
That
design.
doesn't sound good.
Just cut into the.
You said bollocks that many times. Must be.
Sorry, I've cut into the. I'll just
Oh, the actual piece.
Yeah, hopefully it should be fine.
Uh,
Oh, God.
almost.
Oh,
There we go.
All right.
Jolly good.
Jolly good.
Shit.
Answer your question. The only time I've used brass recently was actually on my 10 cents model for the hooks that hold the face onto the wheelhouse.
All right.
because there's so little room on the wheelhouse, because his is the smallest out of all of them.
Yeah.
I've opted to use brass instead of acrylic.
Hmm.
Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying the only time I've used brass recently was on my 10 cents model for face mask clips.
Oh, okay. How's that project going along?
It's well, I haven't made any progress with the actual model itself, but I did recently find a chap on eBay who hand makes, the rope fenders on the sides and the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy on eBay makes them by hand, and I sent him the measurements of what I need, and he's managed to custom make them.
That's cool.
Because I have trawled the internet, and whatever they may have used on the original model.
For all I know, they could have made them themselves, actually.
Well, again, yeah, that's the thing. They could have made them themselves.
Because I mean, David Litton was a boatman himself, so he would have helped them out, give them guidance on that there and how to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, if they were commercially available rope fenders, then they must be out of production by now.
Yeah.
Shame, really.
Yeah.
I always find it quite satisfying just how many companies are actually still around today, and we can still use their products. I mean, 10 mil still around, isn't it?
Yeah. And Built Easy is still being made, as far as I know.
What's the made, sorry?
Built Easy, the company that does the old car kits that Revan Orgy used to use for his Farquhar layout.
All right.
They still do the same ones, or
yeah, they're still the same ones though. There's some of them have gone out of print though, or some of them can only be sold as N-gauge stuff.
All right.
Most kits are still around, obviously. Like they've been around since the 60s, something like that. The 70s.
Yeah.
40s actually.
Oh wow. Only thing is, I think this might explain Gav's problem with the kit before, because unless you regularly change the like the mold for the white metal.
Yeah.
When I say mold, so I mean the casting.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're boiling hard metal, you've got to use a sort of different, you've got to use a tougher and stronger silicone or something, or clay. Well, basically, after time, because it's been under so much heat, the features kind of
die away.
Yeah,
distort.
away. They distort. They distort.
Okay.
I think that's the problem Gav had with his, because it just didn't seem to. Slightly out of shape, wasn't it, or was it?
Can't remember.
I mean, so what I reckon was perhaps in some cases where there's some kits he made using the distorted shell, distorted casting by accident, and then used the one with used to revamp. Do you know what I mean?
Is this for his
Yeah.
E2 one?
Yes, EZ2. Yeah.
Oh, the competition him and I had back then.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he just like, I wish he filmed it. It was very hysterical.
Oh.
If you don't know what we're talking about, he smashed his up. Actually.
Yeah. Basically, years ago, I bought a Something's Fancast E2 kit, and what I didn't realize is that Gavin also bought an E2 kit as well. So when he found out I was building this kit as well, he says, "Oh, we're up for competition now." So the two of us did like a sort of a bet to say, like, who would win, who would build the best model. So I just basically built the kit as it was, and then planted on a Hornby chassis. Gavin went as far as actually buying the actual chassis kit himself and then modifying the kit so that it has rivets, it had the coal rails and so forth. It actually looked pretty good, and then he destroyed it because he got so stressed for it.
Oh god.
Oh, you can.
So after he destroyed it, he posted the pictures on online, and I just basically replied to him in the thread. I just says, "So I take it I won then."
Yeah.
You're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Well, actually, I think I won because I think I finished it. I've got the same kit. I had a professional made it for me.
I remember that.
Well, when I say professional, I mean the guy who taught me how to make kits. Basically.
Because I remember he had pictures of it there on Permanent Way forums.
Yeah, I mean I've still got it. I just haven't. I never. It was silly because I had it painted, had the brown on, had the black smoke box and everything, but for some reason, I decided it wasn't the right shade of brown.
Right.
So I took it all off, and I never got around to doing it again.
We still got it.
I still got the kit and everything. I still got the model. I haven't got around to repainting it.
Should get it again for another Models Corner.
Yeah. I would. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is right now, so
Okay.
I can't get it out. But if I mean, now because Tattons have got some coaches coming out, some Lumbright and South Coast style suburban coaches and everything. I'm slightly tempted to go back into it just to, if you know what I mean, just so I can complete the set. But
Okay, me. Pretty May's falling asleep there. You alright, May?
it's my talking. That's what it is.
No,
Yeah.
she was like halfway falling asleep there. Like, Paul. Ah. You falling asleep, love? You tired? Well, don't worry, pup. We've got another 40 minutes, okay? Another 40 minutes, then we'll go. I'll put you to bed, okay? In fact, maybe do you want to go to bed now? You want to go to bed now? Yeah.
Oh, of course.
All right, I think
Yeah, wait, one.
I think May just wants to go to bed now here. So, folks on the stream here, this is your last chance to see May. If you want to say goodnight to May before I put her into bed now. So, wave goodbye to the stream. Wave goodbye. There you go. Wave goodbye. That's May saying waving goodbye to the stream.
It started.
Yeah. So,
You know why the model broke?
do you want to inspect the model? You want to inspect the model? What do you think? Do you like the work so far? Yeah. Good. All right. Two-Face Style Production. Oh, thanks, guys. Okay. See, mate, you're getting a lot of recognition there. So there you go. A wee mascot from Models Corner is getting a lot of recognition. All right.
He's the most
I'll be back in a
popular
second.
member of the whole stream.
I know. I'll be back in a second.
That's right.
Come on, girl.
I don't care what anyone says. Collies are the best dogs.
See, what was it? My parents' dog is a Springer, and I wasn't all that sure about Springers until they got him, and it's just like, yeah, I really like Springer Spaniels now. They're lovely. But no, I get what you mean about Border Collies. They are lovely dogs.
Very intelligent. Let's see some comments here. I was all just saying goodbye, May. Yeah.
That's what I mean. She seemed to have more comments saying goodbye than Luke or Simon did.
Yeah, amazing bit.
Oh.
Do you know, I'd be actually be surprised, like, you know, if we ever get fan art of Models Corner,
Just be our arms.
just be May shown, and I would just be like arms. Guess the arms from the fan art, and then we just have May in the middle of them.
Oh, do you remember Saturday Night Television? It was like, whose knees are these?
Whose knees are these?
Yeah.
Write in. Say answers on a postcard.
Oh. Still not satisfied, unfortunately.
One thing that always used to disappoint me there in children's television was that they often, when they do the birthday cards, they always say at the end, unfortunately, we can't send these cards back to you. I'm like, well, come on.
I want my card back.
Well, it's just money, isn't it?
I know. We have your birthday card at ransom. Send the ransom money to so and so.
Give us money.
It's cheaper to put it in the bin.
We've got to have Money.
Oh. Money is such a beautiful word.
It is. It is. That's like one of my earliest childhood memories. And that's just that song. It's weird.
Yeah,
How
I know.
weird.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Like it's funny though, because like in later years now, after when I actually found out what that character's name is, I thought, "Ooh, that's a bit weird." Oh,
Yeah, the Tom and Jerry live action film.
yeah, a live action film. My God.
Oh no, there's gonna be one this I think next year, I think.
Yeah.
Because my neighbor, he's a cameraman on Game of Thrones and on Gandhi, and apparently that's what he's doing right now.
All right.
Hi says hello, Tom. Hello, mate.
Well, there's a name I haven't seen for a good while. We're getting a lot of beeps here from our messengers.
Yeah. I don't know if it's mine or yours, because I shut my Facebook off.
Yeah, I better turn this off as well.
Anyway,
I set my phone off.
right.
La-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Right. Now, let's just need to start painting this now. So, what fun topics shall we talk about next? To relieve the boredom of the chat who are constantly watching us. It's probably like the chat are probably watching us going, do something!
Okay.
Okay.
Two-Faced Tart said, have you heard Matt Lucas's Baked Potato song, the one about the coronavirus?
Oh, I think I heard about that.
I haven't. I didn't realize he's still making music.
Neither did I, actually.
I like his Peanuts song.
How does that go?
Peanuts! 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 And what's funny is that was his debut for the look of Andy Pipkin as well, because he's wearing the same outfit. You just see one play, just go Peanuts.
Oh.
Peanuts.
If you're just tuning in, we're not quite sure what's happened to Tom, but he keeps yelling peanuts.
Yeah.
It's the isolation. It does something very bad to him. Don't be like Tom. Get out into the fresh air.
Oh, well, the
Breathe.
Or at least just yell
the
something
baked
other than
potato
peanuts.
song. Hang on. I do remember this actually. Hang on. I'll just play it.
Baked potato, show me the way. If you want to know what is wrong from right, you must listen to what potatoes say. And if you want to have a bad potato, you must listen to what the baked potato say.
Oh yeah, sorry.
What did we just hear?
I don't
Baked
know.
potato. Don't be good. Don't be bad. Thank you, baked potato.
YouTube, if you're listening to this here, no, don't blame me for the copyright. Blame Tom Bill. He's the one who played it.
It's Tom's fault we've got a copyright strike.
Yeah.
It's all your fault.
It's all your fault.
Turn it off.
Shut up.
Sorry. I love that song. Memories.
Oh dear.
Not sure of good memories, but memories.
some form of defect memory, but still memory.
Defect Memory. That's a good band name, actually.
Defect. What was it? Do you remember the comedy show Royal Family?
I've seen bits of it, yeah.
I've never seen it actually.
You must watch it, Tom. It's very good. It's very, very good. But there's one scene there where the son character, he wants to set up a band. He's the manager of a band. They're saying, "Oh, what's the name of the band?" Exit. Exit. Yeah. Why is it called Exit? Because everywhere we go, our name will be lit up in lights.
Oh dear.
To which point, the father is like constantly like makes fun of him, saying like, like, you'll never get a job anywhere, like, doing come up with all that sort of stuff. Hey, this is coming from the father who never worked a single bit in his life. Maxim's Model Railway: How to Get Sued, Chapter 1. It all began when Tom Biddle posted a video during a stream.
By the way, is it just you we're watching, or are we watching everyone else, Mike?
Oh, sorry.
Rude.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that.
Actually, I'll tell you what. If I can borrow the camera tick,
Oh, okay.
I'll give it back.
I'm thinking, mate. Go over it.
Oh, sorry, wrong person. There we go.
There we go. Right, let's try this. Okay. So last time this model was on the stream, you remember I was doing the wiring the lights.
Oh, you've got it lit up then. Oh, hey, look at that.
Whee!
Oh my God.
God.
Sweet mother.
Better hold it still because the motor in this thing is quite strong.
You're not actually going on the water, are you? Well,
Sorry?
is that going in the water?
It does, yeah.
I'd be too scared to do it, because what if it topples over?
And hopefully this might show up on the camera.
Max's Model Railway. No, it's not an airplane, it's a boat. At least I think it's a boat. Oh, look at that. That is awesome.
Oh.
That is awesome.
Okay, here we are, show off. Love that.
Also, the front gun turret there, it obviously won't show up because it's not sat in the water, but there is a water cannon in the front gun.
Oh, sweet. So if any Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to get a photograph of it, you just give them one good square.
Yeah. Oh no, there was one show where I was with the local boat club. We were doing a display. Shut up.
Bring that to the next tug event, Ben, I dare you. Says Two-Face
Sorry?
Tart. Two-Face Tart says bring that to the next tug event.
Oh, the August one. Bring it to the August one. That way there I can film it.
We'll see.
Is that C as in sight or C as in CC?
It could be both. Why not both?
Why not both?
No, as I was saying,
Yeah.
not last year before, I took it to an RNLI show with my local model boat club because we do an exhibition to help support the RNLI every year.
Uh-huh.
And they set up a pool, so all the we can use the boats and the kids can have a go with the little tugboats and that. I'll put it in and accidentally squared someone's dog. But the dog didn't care. It started trying to bite the water. It's like, okay, we're playing this game now.
Oh,
That's cute.
It was actually probably a bit of relief for the dog because it was very hot that day. But no, this is one thing I will always advocate with model boating is, it's to have fun. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you've built. If it floats, then you've got a good boat.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with model railways actually, because I think it was Pete Waterman that said this here. I don't know. It would be better if Simon actually was here to back me up on this one if this is true or not here. But if you're building if you do like a scratch build loco, you have to do a test to see if it would pull 15 coaches, and if it doesn't, you failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose that could be just the fact they're just using a smaller loco.
I suppose.
It's like
Right. Let's say I could do a wee bit more darker.
yeah, I keep getting it wrong.
Do you want to put the camera back on everyone, Mike?
Yeah, no, we're just do that now.
Okay.
Right. Just got a message there from Luke regarding that loco that we couldn't identify earlier on when we were doing the showcase there. The loco is a I don't know if this is right now. It's from the Syria Lone Railway, a Hunslet.
Okay.
Sierra Leone?
Sorry?
Sierra Leone, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, Sierra Leone Railway, number 85.
Okay.
So that was the engine we couldn't identify earlier on in the showcase. So good man, Luke, for finding that out for us.
Name that engine.
Who's that engine? Da-da-da-da. Do you remember that one meme there where it's like, who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu, it's Pikachu. Da-da-da. It's Jigglypuff. Shit.
God damn it.
I actually do remember. I remember watching Pokemon on one Saturday morning. It was the Christmas episode when Santa doesn't have elves, but he has a whole lot of Jinxes, Jinx Pokemon. And it was this one scene here where all the Jinxes all like just go Jinx, Jinx, all this says in unison. And I happened to have the living room door open. It was early in the morning there, and my sister came into the room. Literally, it was like saying, "What on earth is that noise?" Because she's like, I woke up to hearing this weird noise, and I don't know what it is. And she sees all these Jinxes going Jinx, Jinx. She's like, "Oh my god, what are they?" They're Pokemon. They're Pokemon, sis. No, they're not. They're demons.
It's a Pokemon, obviously.
Right. Trying to do that side now here. A little bit darker. Where's the black wash? Oh, there it is. Right. I just got a message there on Twitter from somebody there who's wanted to put a last minute showcase in, but for whoever that was, I'm going to put that in for next week if that's okay. So just letting you guys know in the chat. So
Now, what this week?
Hey.
Hello.
Well, do you want to see it? Well, tough. You have to wait until next week. Next week, children.
Oh, what was that show? What was that show where it's got Divina McCall? The idea is that you got all this money placed on this trap door.
Oh, that there. Oh, I never see the point in that show really.
But
Here's all this money. Put it on somewhere, and if you don't get it wrong, you lose it.
There was one funny section where they had to wait a week. Like for example, they were so close to getting something about £250,000, and they managed to keep it, for as long as they could. But they didn't realize they're running to the end of the show, so it meant they had to wait another week before they found out if they won it or not.
What was it? I saw recently that there's a trailer right now for the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire scandal.
Oh right, okay.
With the couple that faked, getting the answers right. I thought that was.
Yeah, I still don't know how they managed to do that.
Got away with that.
Yeah.
Or wasn't it only until they went back and reviewed the footage that they found out what they were doing?
Yeah. What was it I watched the other week there? Do you ever watch Anton Next Saturday Night Takeaway?
Yes.
Did you see the one where they did the undercover? They did that with the prank Bradley Walsh on the chase.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was brilliant. I didn't actually know Bradley Walsh had a little unit to himself behind that score. What do you call it? What do you call it? That board where they have the money goes down. When it gets the chasing point. I forgot what you call it. Chase board. I'll call it a chase board.
I think it's like just a result board though. Yeah.
Yeah, but Bradley has his own little like relaxation suite behind that. There, I was like, I did not know that was there. It's like, what kind of?
Okay.
It's like, does Bradley have that? Is it just to have his own pleasure? Does everyone have one of those, or is it just him?
Well, Jeremy Carley have a dark room,
Right.
but no one likes him, so it doesn't matter.
Everyone likes him, so it doesn't count.
No, his show called Someone to Die.
I know, and to think I had to study his show like for a class project.
Really?
Yeah. We had to do like a talk of something, like reviewing it. I had to watch episodes as to like talking as to why he has these people on the show.
It's called publicity.
I know.
He literally, because a lot of people that went on, some of them, although they're all meant to look like, idiots, some of them are actually quite, they're actually told to look like that, to dress like that.
Yeah, it was. A lot of it is heavily scripted.
Hmm.
Same with like Jerry Springer and Steve Wilkos. Yeah.
And Alan Partridge.
Well, that's meant to be scripted, yeah. Yeah, this isn't working. Oh,
If you ever want a good laugh, look up a children's show called Planet Ajay. Is that a spin-off of the Basil Brush show with the character, the cafe owner Ajay has his own? No, that's Anil. Anil.
Oh, the
Planet Ajay. Let me look that up. Actually, I'm curious now.
what was a spin-off of Basil Brush?
You know the. Let me see. Planet. Oh, it is him. Oh, it is your man. It's your man. You know the guy who plays the cafe owner from the Basil Brush show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
Oh, okay.
But it's like what did I describe it as? A Bollywood-inspired cosmic explosion of entertainment. That's the only description they have of it.
I don't know. I might have to give it a rush for tonight. This is just I can never seem to get dead straight or anything.
Right.
Is there might it be worth trying a different tool, perhaps?
It's not so much different tool. It's more just how I draw it out. It looks first, but then when I examine it more on different materials, just you see the little implications, and obviously when you put it up against the coach end, it just looks fine on one end, but on the other end it just looks it's out of place and everything.
I'm assuming the template matches up to the coach fine.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
on one end it does, yeah, but the other end it's crooked. So it's going to take longer to do than I thought it would.
Maybe try doing a few templates just to just trial and error. See, try and make one that will work.
Well, if you look at that's roughly what I mean it to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm nearly there. I just got to get them dead. Actually, can I improvise? Not really. Maybe. Hang on.
Maybe, quite possibly.
Let's have a look. See.
Let's have a gosh. That's something from History of the Over Railways. I can't get out of my head. It's just when the thing just wants to look through some papers, he just goes like, "Let's have a gosh."
You put the man in a bloody coma.
Yeah, which is why I thought it was pretty good. Which is why I think it turned out pretty well. Nurse, there's a continuity link in my room. Where's my elephant gun?
I think my favourite. I think I've said this before on the stream, but we had a read through of that Tales of a Railway show. So in at the Midland Railway in the hotel room.
All right.
It was so much funnier than the actual audio that came out.
I do remember seeing the video clip of when Stephen McGregor read the one from Lee Vanderhoosen one where he talks about Hansel the Uber, not Hansel the engine, where he says like, if we were chased from miles by the boom boom plane.
Yeah.
the whole lot of you just like burst out laughing.
Yeah, that was there's one thing I can't. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's one segment from it though where basically the station toilets were on fire.
Oh yeah, her chamber pot went to use the ball. I don't know if this is how it went in the script here, but it was like her chamber pot was halfway through a bomb when he had to where he had to get out with his life.
Yeah, I think that's right. But it was based on something that happened to Hitler, apparently.
Right.
Hitler burned down something, but I can't remember what it was. I couldn't.
Blimey.
I think burned down a toilet somewhere, or no.
It might have happened.
Well, you probably burned down loads of them, but this one in particular was. I can't remember. This is years ago, but Doug's the one who pointed it out.
Yeah.
It's kind of 30 seconds later that the station toilets were on fire.
The station toilets are on fire.
I think my favorite one must be it's before the boom boom plane one. Is where he goes.
Yes, similar being on.
It's when he's on like in line with what they'd done previously. The engine that was boarded up, they built a wall in front of it and they cut the tunnel off at the other end. And by the time we got far enough to change the points, we were getting bombed by the Luftwaffe. We tried to signal to them, but they just kept dropping bombs on us.
And then didn't he not say like the narrator says, wait, I didn't realize you were part of the raid. Oh. Shit.
I think I got the biggest laugh. Shit.
I'll tell you what, Ryan's very good. Like when it comes to like bringing out like the punchline of a joke.
Yeah.
I
Hence
mean,
the code name you see. It's a B-Day landing.
the B-Day landing.
They haven't finished them yet. There's still a couple more to do. Then there's
They didn't seem to mind. See, they'd like to have a good gander at Vanderhoosen's artwork. And when I say gander, I mean a proper gander.
oh yeah.
God.
What was a gander? I mean a proper gander. After 70 years, my English is somewhat how you say dreadful.
Tiffy Khan. Hey Michael, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? African or European swallow? You have to be.
What do you mean? African or European swallow? You
have to be specific. Actually, somebody did ask somebody that he thought he was doing it as a joke there, but the guy actually took it as a serious question and he answered it. Actually, which surprised the guy. He was like, "Oh,
yeah." Didn't someone go back and like actually research it?
Yeah. Yeah. So the answer is so and so miles per hour. Oh, that wasn't what I expected. Oh, well.
Well, that's significantly more boring.
No, but well, you've killed that joke. Oh well, bang goes that for you.
You see the joke there on the floor, you've killed it.
Not even the world's funniest joke sketch can bring that one back.
Yeah. Dead. D-E-D, dead.
The spark of his light is smothered in shite.
You suffer from a slight
His
death.
stench remains.
It's an ex-joke. It is ceased to be.
It's played its last season.
Peanuts.
God damn it, Tom.
Sorry.
Why, hey, Yoda.
Right, Iona.
Wait a cocking minute there.
Wait one cotton picking minute.
Yeah. Cocking minute there. Oh, why, Iota.
Why, you little.
Why, you little.
Why, Z little. Can I have that removed from the remove that from the notes, please? Can we have that played back again? Please don't repeat it back. It was why you little, Your Honor. Why you little? Why you little?
I was saying that, mentioning The Simpsons, it came up in conversation at work recently, just how eerily accurate a lot of their predictions have become.
Predictions, yeah.
It's like
It's not kind of scary.
Matt Groening must know something.
Well, it's not really Matt Groening. It's actually the writers. So, like,
All right. Well, they must know something.
yeah. Because like I think it was in one episode where like Lisa is like the president of the United States. Like she's doing up the board meeting. She says, "Right now, let's go. Let's see if we can. Let's see how our progress was since the downfall of President Trump." And this was like I don't know, three years like before Trump even became president.
Yeah. It's like, writers of The Simpsons, what do you know?
They know too much.
What's funny? You remember the movie when they isolated the whole town by putting a big dome over it?
Yeah.
That's kind of what's happening now.
It kind of reminds me of Chernobyl in a way, but except without the dome.
Yeah.
Oh God, Tom, are you sending us that? Are you sending that? Okay, I'll watch that later on.
Yeah.
They're nuts. They're nuts.
Unless we found Tom's catchphrase. Peanuts.
Peanuts. There you go. That'll be the, like I said earlier on. If we ever have fan art there, if anybody's bothered to actually do one, I don't think it will get any fan art. But like, guess which one of these? The speech bubble will come from one arm saying peanuts.
Oh, we know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, we know that's Tom Biddle. That one there.
Just don't like. If you want to draw my face on a peanut or something like that, or I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know, or just draw, or just. I don't know, make it look like we're instead of modeling, we're actually like cracking peanuts open or something.
Oh dear. Hello, Mr. Beef Burger. How are you today? I used to be a cow.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a cow.
Desmond the Moon Bear. How did I get here? The end.
Larry, it's an intervention. You need to stop breaking people's necks. What are you talking about? Larry, what? Larry!
Suddenly, pineapples.
I did quite enjoy the bit in last week's stream with running off Dragon Ball Z bridge quotes.
Oh my God! Yes, I was watching that.
So there's Dragon Ball Z British quotes.
Something like that. Yeah. Dodge.
Dodge.
Oh,
What is that?
That sounds hilarious.
No, I think I have to
Trunks, do your job. Oh, yes, right, on it. Try to forget your half you then don't F it up. What? I love that. That was one of my favorite ones. I was like, what? Oh.
Is that the Namekian? Is that me? Is that me stronger than me? Oh, fucking kill me!
If he's a super duper Saiyan, then I'll still train my hardest to become the super D duper Saiyan. You want to be Dad? Yeah.
No, I think I have to give the guys who made abridged Dragon Ball Z credit because they've actually seemed to have made like Vegeta more badass than normal.
He has the best lines.
Yeah.
He has more. He has more best lines than the original Vegeta.
Oops.
What I actually found funny was there's actually a video clip I saw online somewhere where it's actually the guy who voices Goku in the original Dragon Ball series. He actually voices Rolf from Ed and Eddie.
Oh yeah.
So there's a video clip somewhere of at a convention where the Dragon Ball convention where Vegeta's voice actor is trying to talk to Kakarot, and your man replies back in Rolf's voice.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, you spiky head boy? Rolf is not
the son of a shepherd.
Like that boy.
There's another video somewhere of all these clips of Goku fighting it. It's just dubbed over with Rolf's voice. There you go, the son of the shepherd. And then when it goes to a shot of Goku screaming, you just hear Rolf going, "Ow!"
I remember when Ed and Eddie first came out, I was so skeptical about it, but then I actually watched it and thought it was absolutely hilarious.
It is. It still is, actually.
How old were you when you saw it?
I think
Sorry?
I might have been about 6 or 7 at the time.
Yeah.
Because I first saw it when I was on holiday. Because we had Cartoon Network on our cable.
Yeah.
In the hut we were staying in.
My house had Cartoon Network. So I grew up on it.
Dexter's Laboratory, that was a good one.
Yeah. We talked about this last time, weren't we?
Sorry?
And I mean, I can also confess that I actually used to watch the Powerpuff Girls when I was young.
Oh, we always do watch that as well. Yeah.
I know, it's just so funny. Mojo Jojo was probably was just the best character.
What's amazing is that you think it's for kids, but you can't believe how many like adult references are actually in that thing. Like Karen Chicken. Crabs, the warthog.
There's also that one scene in Powerpuff Girls where like the girls makes best friend, and they introduce her to the professor, and she's like, "Oh, this is the professor. He made us by accident, of course." Well, what can I say? Don't worry, Professor. I was an accident too. And the professor's like, "Wait, what the hell?"
Oh.
I think the only episode of that I saw was, oddly enough, the Dragon Ball parody one. Because I think they parody the first fight between Goku and Vegeta in one episode. But that's the only one I remember watching.
What was it? There's something I do remember seeing where going back to Dragon Ball Z Bridge, they actually do make the guys, the Team 4-star actually do appear in the actual Dragon Ball series.
All right.
There's an episode where I think it's like they're paying tribute. They're doing like a tribute show to the Warriors, and so they got the guys playing the characters' voices. So you have your man who plays Goku in the Bridge series playing a boy he's pretending to be Goku. I forget who plays which one of them was it. Lenny Batara who plays the Cell character. I know it's Takahata 101 who plays him in the Bridge series.
Yes, Takahata 101 is Cell.
Yeah, but in the in this one here, Takahata 101 comes in playing Mr. Satan in Nappa's voice.
Oh,
so God damn it, Nappa! Vegeta! Oh, I'm on you. No!
anyone remember Freakazoid?
Yeah,
Oh, I think I do. I do think I do remember that. Freakazoid.
Love
Yeah.
that.
I love it because I think there was one episode where they made a villain look just like Tim Curry, and
Yeah.
it was like,
They made me say all these weird things like so and so. Well, friend, what's it? No, it's Wendell. Wendell. It's just the way he says Wendell.
I love it when he's like, there was I can't remember the reference, but like it's on lines of he kidnaps Freakazoid. Like, hey, who are you? Why you kidnapped us? They return for questions later. No, they won't. The show's over in 10 minutes. Well,
Yeah.
on the plane. Ooh, yeah.
I'll put that down for a sec. Right, we've got 5 minutes left of the stream to go. So, anybody who's still watching this, all 11 you people there, yes, I know there's 11 people. All you people who are still glued to the screen.
Mhm.
If you want to ask us any last minute questions in the last 5 minutes, now is your chance. Otherwise, we will just remain silent and just wait until the stream ends.
We will do absolutely nothing.
And nothing else. We will do nothing and nothing else.
The world will never know. Okay, what's red and invisible? No tomatoes.
Invisible tomatoes.
No tomatoes.
Oh yeah, two.
It was
Oh,
red.
has to answer the question. What does the mean? What does the mean of life? 42. It's always 42.
Yeah.
Actually, I actually read somewhere. Somebody actually, I think I could be wrong here for all I know, but somebody did prove that the meaning of life actually is 42.
Yes, you're right.
It actually is. It's like somebody did like a big theory of it and went through it, did all these like maths and all that there, and he did come to the same conclusion. It's like it's 42. Yeah, it's just 42, nothing else.
Yeah, because everyone thought for ages it was just a random number plucked out of the air. It's like, no, it's actually mathematically correct.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Do we have a favorite American locomotive?
I like the Baldwins. Actually, no, not Baldwins. Not American.
Yeah, Baldwins are American.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the narrow gauge 460s.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, my bad. I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Fred, I don't know American locos too well.
I'm a big fan of those Western ones you see with the bell tops chimney.
Oh,
I like
like these sort of old West style ones.
Yeah, I like those. They're really nice.
Mm.
They're the ones I've always wanted to have a model of in Gunform.
Yeah. That'd be cool to get some.
Actually, Hornby made a Toy Story 3 set based on one of those.
Yeah, they did. I think it was maybe like a recycled triangle tooling. I think they had. I'm guessing that anyway.
If I looked at it, it didn't look like it was. I've got one, Mike.
No, I don't. No, I was I was just reaching out to get something here. What did you actually think I had one down here? Is that what I was going to say? What you like this?
Well, to be fair, you probably pulled out quite a few models. It's like, oh, I've got one of those.
Yeah. I had what was I going to say? Yeah, I had one a couple of years ago, but I just ended up taking it apart. So it's supposed to be part of something quite big, but no.
And now it's just part of nothing.
Yeah. Now it's just all big nothing.
And now it's part of the bits pile.
Mm-hmm.
You belong with the bits and nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
Why, you little?
Nothing more. Trying to forget.
Right. 1 minute left of the stream, so yeah, let's wrap ourselves up here. So I'll just wipe this off here. So that's last bit residue off, so I can put this thing on. So let's have our progress now in these last 3 hours, nearly 3 hours here. So what have we done so far? Up to all that time. So, Tom, would you like to go first?
Well, I'm still in the same place I was. Well, I made some progress. I need to do the design again, but hopefully by next stream I would have had Big Coach figured out, and hopefully have the whole thing soldered together.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully after that, I mean, I need to cut some more holes out in this, but apart from that, yeah,
All right.
that's it really.
And Ben?
Right, I have finished one orc and get him shot. There we go.
Hey, looks good.
That's really very sweet.
And made a wee bit of progress on the crane. It's only the first coat of yellow, so it's going to look a bit patchy, but 2 or 3 more coats, and that should be a nice solid yellow.
Lovely.
As you can see here, as I was describing earlier on in the stream, like the chipped there, that's why it's painted silver first.
Hmm.
There we go.
That's a good method. I must remember that next time.
Hmm.
And for me, I've done most of the painting work there for the interior shots there.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so I'll just bring that up there. So
That's great.
it still looks a wee bit messy there. I still need to do a bit more work on it there. So
It had so much more that you put Thomas in it as well.
yeah, just to give you an idea of the size of it, like so. But yeah, so that'll be used for interior thing. But also at the same time, also did just a little bit of painting on the exterior shot of the sheds as well. So I added these. I got these here 3D printed on my printer,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Painted them.
sorry.
And you painted them, yeah.
Yeah, I painted them and got the stuff on it. So I just need to do one more for that there, and then get the barge boards things on the top there, and then drain pipes, and that'll be those sheds done.
Hmm.
All set and ready to go onto the set. So, right.
Before the cannon, Ben, instead of water, can it shoot peanuts?
Peanuts. Peanuts.
On that note,
On that note. Right, I'll just put this down here. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into Modeler's Corner. Pleasure having both you, Tom, and Ben come back again. Luke and Simon. Luke, Simon, if you're still watching this stream, thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Pleasure having you guys on the stream. And yeah, so Modelers Corner will be back once again next week. If anybody has any models they want to submit for the showcase, simple instructions is just to send it through my Twitter via DM. For those who don't, I'll try and maybe include an email, a private, a specially made email address, especially for this. So, in fact, I might create a Modelers Corner email address just especially for this here for anybody who wants to submit stuff for the showcase. So, with that note, it's time to end. So, it's goodbye from me.
goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
It's goodbye from Tom, and it's goodbye from Ben.
Farewell, be good, be safe, and good health to you all.
And
Yes.
wash your hands. That's what I'm going to do afterwards.
God's sake, wash your hands.
I know, because look at my hands. They are filthy. Look at that. After all that there.
Yeah.
ugh. Absolutely
Mine aren't
filthy.
much better.
Ugh,
Well,
I know.
mine's clean, but I've been touching brass for the last 3 hours, so
you dirty boy.
Dirty boy.
Dirty boy. All right. Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning into Modelers Corner. See you next Friday.
yes, guys,
Goodbye.
Take care.
bye.